Okay. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Awesome. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Unlaced Podcast.
Yo.
I'm your host, Chris. To my right, I have Gabe.
Do you think about that in your head
I do.
every single time?
I do.
I hear the pause.
I-
I hear the pause.
Everybody should know the pause because I have to make sure.
It's dramatic, man.
I wasn't in advanced classes.
They didn't hit you right and left.
But I always have, because I'm left-handed, so I always defer to my left. So
you're
I
left-handed.
always say left. Like no matter what, I'm always going to say left. So I always have to make sure I know that I'm talking
Respect.
right. And then to my left, that's easy. That's an easy word to remember. We have a special guest.
Yo.
Special guest.
We've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, man.
Gage,
My
welcome.
G. Thank you.
Thank you for
having
coming.
me, man.
Finally.
Of course.
No. That should be my fault. Because I always said, yo, when you gonna stop by the show, you're like, yeah, I'm ready. And then I'll be like, yo, so we gonna come by the show like a week later.
Facts.
So that's my fault. I'll take responsibility for that. That's me. That's me.
Yo.
But we are here. Oh, sorry. And off into the corner. You guys will not see her because she's off in the corner.
Yes, sir.
And I heard he could fight. I heard he got hands.
Facts.
We have.
My
Would you like your name on camera? Because I don't know if you don't want to. Okay. We got Asia in the corner.
Hey, boo.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. We
Come
still
on,
in
man. It's
February.
love in here, baby.
Boo-boo.
I like that.
It's love in here, baby.
Nice.
On camera affection.
You
I
know
love
it.
it.
The
PDA.
views now.
Oh, yeah. Let's
They're
get
like,
it.
oh, we got black men that love their women. Yeah, let's go.
That's right.
Chris with those fucking hashtags.
Hey, I'm a hashtag Valentine's Day on this watch.
Tripping,
I'm a hashtag Valentine's Day.
You drunk.
But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. Thank you all the viewers, new viewers, old viewers, curious viewers, anybody honestly that's willing to watch us talk nonsense. We are here.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we're
You
here.
want to say hi to the people?
Today is February 21st.
Yeah.
Second,
Man.
right?
Month's almost
Second.
over.
So it's 2/2020.
Yep.
It's a lot of twos.
It's a lot of twos.
This month went by real quick.
This month went by in a week.
It literally did.
Yeah. It went by, like for me, it went by fast, and then now it's slowing down because I realized we still have another week.
That's a
of
fact.
February.
That's a fact.
A baby week though, like literally.
Except a baby
We're
week.
back into a new month at the end of next week, dude. So
Oh, yeah, we
you're
are.
already there.
Yeah.
You're
Keep
already
forgetting,
there.
28 days.
29 this month. Leap year.
29?
We're in a leap year.
I don't know what that means. Like I never paid attention to what that means. I don't know when it comes
Leap year just means we get an extra day in February. That's it.
Okay.
because
I do not know. All right, don't. But we got 29 days, so that means normally if your birthday, like every year your birthday pushes up a day.
Mhm.
On leap year it pushes up 2 days if you're born after the 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all I know
It's
is
a
my
weird-
birthday. I can celebrate my birthday
weird-
on Friday.
Weird knowledge that no one needs to know, but it just I
Okay.
don't like saying that.
Your birthday's on Friday?
Well, because I'm a Christmas baby, so my birthday either falls on a Tuesday or a Thursday.
Your birthday's in December?
Yeah.
I'm December 9th, bro.
Come on, see?
See,
You already know the struggle.
Yeah, I do.
But it's like for me, I never get like a weekend to celebrate my birthday. It's always like, yeah, so Tuesday, and then it's like, well, we'll do it on Saturday, and then nobody. It's like a everybody thing.
Yeah,
you know?
gotcha.
Either
I
way,
never-
Chris doesn't invite anyone to his birthday parties or anything for his birthday. I'm just
I'm
saying.
just gonna
that's
say,
that's your man.
If people know,
His last
people know
His
what happened that
last
day.
one.
If people know what happened that day,
Chris,
I took a shot,
Chris
walked
literally-
into the bar,
literally
and I
died.
woke. I remember waking up at
You got
12:30
roofied?
the next
What's going
day.
on?
Man, I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of Snapchats, a lot of Instagram
Oh my
videos
God.
Yeah.
of me
Homies
and my
ain't
stomach
homies.
out.
Homies ain't homies.
You
It
know.
wasn't just you.
That's foul.
It was you dead. Like
No, yeah, I was
literally,
like,
it was you.
people literally were taking photo shoots with me on the
He
ground,
was on
passed
the floor,
out.
like,
Yeah.
legit passed out.
There's like people I've never seen. Like there was like, yo, people were saying,
People you
coming
don't
up
even
saying,
know.
hey, can we take a picture with him? And it's me like this on the ground, and they're just like, yeah, it looked wild.
Yeah, but you know we don't get invited to those things. I'm just
I-
reminding you.
I-
I'm reminding
okay.
our viewers
That's
we don't
wild.
get invited.
Okay, well,
You know, 4
this
years in a
this
row now,
this
so.
year it's Friday, so guess what?
Hey.
We're going up.
That's right.
Let
Let me know if y'all need
I'm
a
making a
DJ.
whole weekend out of it too. Because I usually say it's not Christmas, it's Chris Day.
I like that.
this year is gonna be Chris Day.
That's Chris Day.
It's Chris Day.
All right.
I plan on going to Tokyo the beginning of the month, and then end it with friends and family at the end of the month for my birthday.
Yeah.
Friends and family, get it?
I'm not invited to either.
Wow. If you
Nah,
want to
nah.
invite yourself.
Yeah.
I might actually bring a gift since it's my first time being invited.
Hey,
Man.
there you go.
That'd be nice.
Some shoe cleaner or
Like,
something.
yeah, I got some shoe cleaner for my job for my birthday. It's like some low budget stuff.
Generic,
Yeah.
some mall
But the
brand
brushes,
stuff.
the brushes that they have in there that do actually come in clutch.
Okay.
So
Word.
I don't use the cleaner itself. I use the brushes because they have like one side is like the bristles and the other side has like a rubbery like bristles.
Yeah.
And then it has like a spongy one. It's really dope.
Take notes, Jason Mark and.
Oh yeah, hey no,
Crep Protect.
for real, those
and,
brushes come in clutch. I'll next
Facts.
episode I'll bring them so you guys see them. It's really dope. But yeah, so we are here with another week
Yes.
of
Yes, sir.
nothing really much happening, but a lot of questions I have that
Gotcha.
that I was thinking about, and over the All-Star weekend, J. Cole was there, And,
Sitting right next to Yeezy too.
sitting next to Yeezy.
That was
Yeezy
interesting.
out here got people.
Yeah, Yeezy was looking like 2013.
Yeah,
Kanye.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that too.
I was fucking with it.
He was really. I was like, wait, is Kanye in the United Center? First off, in the United Center alone, I'm like, this is feeling
Yeah.
real good. I like this
I like
feeling because
this.
it takes us back to Derrick Rose and like the heyday of the United Center.
Man.
Yeah. But Kanye had people in the freezing cold.
Oh, this is true.
Trading the shoes off their feet for the
Quantums.
the Quantums.
Quantums, yeah.
Yeah.
And I seen a couple Fear Gods.
Which I really like, by
Mm-hmm.
the way.
You like them?
I really like the Quantum, yeah.
I want to see them in person
Yeah, I
because
haven't
they
seen them
seem
in person yet.
bulky.
Yeah.
They seem like really big.
It looks like it uses the same toe lines from the 700.
Oh, okay.
700, the bulky
Yeah.
shoe
Yeah,
as it
yeah,
is,
yeah.
So it might
Yeah.
just play off of that.
So I do want to try them and see like what they look like in person. And I want to actually try them on because this is the first Yeezy
Yeah.
that I'm like, might get a
Yeah.
might get a certain fit out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta get them first. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I'm just like,
That's
that's not.
like
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how that goes.
That's a whole other fight.
But yeah, so he had people. We saw a couple Fear Gods being traded in the streets of Chicago, which arose a lot of people with conspiracy theories of that. You
Yeah.
know, they were staged
Yeah.
to get people to be like, oh,
Yeah, said it is.
I'm
going with
Yeezy's
Tone.
out here doing better than Fear God, and I didn't want to feed into it. I just thought it's
Nah.
All-Star Weekend.
That's what it comes off as.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're coming to All-Star Weekend to show out.
Little
I went to
PR
All-Star
stuff.
Weekend in Vegas. I wore all my best fits I could wear. So if
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I could trade my shoes for whatever shoe was coming out that time, I probably would have, and they probably would have got some dope shoes off of me.
Absolutely.
But so I'm not gonna feed into conspiracy theory.
All right.
But
I saw
all
a guy
that to be
I
said.
saw a guy get turned down.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Word?
so he, in the crowd or whatever, he was giving like some beater. They probably weren't even beaters, but he just gave like an AF1,
Uh-huh.
and you could see the guy just go like this, like over his shoe, like nah.
Is it because there was no more left, or is it just like
I
yeah,
think they just didn't want to take his AF1. Like they'd rather
easy.
take everyone else's Fear Gods, and then
Damn.
that guy's not gonna get him.
That's kind of petty.
Yeah, and then I
I think that
also
they were
read-
trying to get the top shoes off the street.
Yeah. It's
It's
little,
coming together.
but I also
little
read
chess
that
move.
That wasn't like the plan. The
plan was to
the
trade
plan
in
was
it,
just to kill them out or whatever their original plan was.
Yeah.
But
You think some people? You think some?
I think
You
some
think some
of the
people were
offer-
were overzealous?
they were like, "Yo, just take my shoes, give me those."
So somebody fucked up the whole plan.
Fuck up the whole
There was
play.
one dude that's like, "Yo, I'll give you my Travis Scotts." And they're like, "All right." And so then everybody else starts doing it. And people are like, "Yo, what are we gonna do with these
What we gonna
shoes?
do with
Why they
these
giving us
shoes?"
shoes? Now we have to throw these away or
That's
something."
deep.
Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Damn, so many homeless people, man. Should give them out.
Whoever started that, you fucked up for everybody.
Yeah, I don't-
Thanks a lot.
Everybody. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Asshole.
Now you got people out here giving away thousands of dollars worth of shoes that probably are just going to be either given to the people that were doing the give outs.
Facts.
Because I'm just like, if I was in one of those little tank trucks,
Yeah,
whatever.
That thing was straight from Wyoming, bro. Like,
Facts.
that was off
Yeah.
his ranch in Wyoming.
Oh, for real?
That's the most
I mean, it
gangster
looked like
Tonka
it.
truck I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my life.
So can
Yeah.
we get back into
I got snacks today. Yo.
can we get into conspiracy theories of back to Kanye's coat? Cause I'm just saying, what do you need? What do you need those kind of militant trucks for?
That was for
Hey,
sure.
man.
That was for sure.
Kanye is
Coat
his
wagon.
own.
That's the coat wagon, right?
Facts.
You got the back open,
The coat
but you
wagon.
can't get into the front. So you're loading them on, but they see their old life leaving them as you drive off because all you can see is through the. Come on, we're putting it together.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right.
I'm
Unlace.
just gonna plug. How do you guys say this brand, by the way?
Haribo.
Haribo.
Yeah.
Haribo.
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 All right. Well, this is the greatest brand
Haribo.
in gummy candy brand ever.
Shout out to Haribo.
Yeah, most people like the gummy bears, but this watermelon one is fire. Y'all want to try one?
Actually,
Oh,
do.
I'm good.
I'll try one
Hit that.
actually. I'm just see what it's running for.
But yeah, so
Oh, I got two.
the question that arose, I would say for me,
Yeah.
the main reason why we're here, we have a producer in the house. We have some musical film
Yeah.
talent in the house.
Hey.
Don't tell them that I just got my career started.
I'm just letting you know.
This is how we're
I'm
doing
hey,
it, bro.
hey, I'm just saying. I saw the Dreamville email. You know,
okay.
we do know you got invited, but you know, I know school had you kind of like you couldn't. You know,
I couldn't show
I
up.
feel it. I
Yeah.
feel it. You know, but the reason why I bring all this up and this whole conversation starts because I want to start this off with just the we have a lot of music. We have Kanye West and Travis Scott. I would say right now, music wise, are the pillars of shoe brand.
100%.
With Adidas and Jordan.
100%.
Nike,
Jordan,
all that.
SBs, all
Which you
that.
gotta watch out because they might drop while we're filming.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
True. With that being said, Travis Scott did announce on his Twitter like an hour ago that at the Travis Scott Cactus Jack SBs, I don't know what they're called, the Nike SBs, they're dropping on the website today, and then they will be also dropping on the 29th. Next Saturday. And so, but you know, now his whole comments are filled with people saying, "Yo, every 5 minutes I'm checking where they at," and you know, people saying that the emails aren't going to work. And we all know I'm gonna tell you, I will give you guys this because I work in marketing. I will let you know now. When you send out mass emails from people signing up to subscribe to a newsletter of any sort, there is a schedule of when it goes out. So you set a time like, oh, we're going to send out the emails at 8 o'clock. That does not mean that you're all getting them at 8 o'clock. There might be a couple people that get them at 8 o'clock, but you will get them from 8 o'clock to probably like 8:15, 8:20, maybe even longer. So I will let you guys know this now. Just signing up for email alerts does not mean that you're going to get it right when it releases because the time it takes you to check your email and get it, there's somebody that didn't sign up that is just checking and refreshing that page automatically and not caring. Don't trust the emails. I will let you guys know that now. I hope you guys knew that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, I didn't get the email for the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel you.
So so people stop complaining about emails. Not when you get the email like, oh, well, they're not available.
These are for the community, so if anyone just wants the candy, please grab it. Like, do not ask.
We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
For the culture.
For the culture.
But yeah, so you have those people that will give out. Stop relying on the email. But anyways, so yeah, TravisScott.com. Check it out. By the time you guys see this, they'll be long gone, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
But Travis Scott and Kanye West, can we all agree that are like the top pillars when it comes to music that have deals with shoe brands?
100%.
J. Cole, All-Star Weekend, Puma'd out.
Yeah.
He was, I think, a week earlier was seen out in just full Puma sweatsuits and stuff like that, which I was like, But then again, it's J. Cole, so I don't really question what he does because J. Cole just kind of does whatever he feels.
Exactly.
But I've seen him in a lot more Puma recently that made me wonder, is a Puma deal coming? Because he's usually in his his Jordan 1s, you know, some sweatsuits. But now he's in full Puma get up and, you know, at games, courtside, all that stuff.
You know, Puma dropping that check, man.
Yeah, and so that's what happened. Then it got announced that he signed with Puma in a deal. I do not know the details, but you know, that's me being a podcast host that doesn't do research on those things. But he signed with Puma, and then was at All Star Weekend in full Puma, and then had his had the new. They had like a new Puma design that came out.
Which was probably garbage.
No, it was.
I'm just saying.
No, it was. It was.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking with it.
It was. Every time I see Puma and they release something, I always take a heavy side because I'm waiting for that big, yes, we finally got it.
Yeah.
And
he was waiting for the pile of disappointment every single time.
But because we talked about this on the show last year. I said by All Star Weekend they needed to drop something that was So in the archives of the episodes, I said if Puma's going to drop something new, it has to shake the ground because we were talking about Kyle Kuzma signing with Puma. And it was like, if I give them till All Star break to drop something, and it has to be fire, or else I don't see anything. I don't see in the future them making anything because they keep dropping these remakes of things that have already been created with Translucent Souls and all that bullshit. So nobody cares. They did come out with something at All Star break, which I was right about, but it was garbage.
I guess you're right. You were right.
Yeah,
nice.
It was garbage though. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was half right. It was they dropped something All Star Weekend for people to buy, but it was not good.
So it sounds like we're both right.
Yeah, you were definitely right. I was right, but at the end of the day,
I feel like Puma just doesn't take risks, and that's their biggest setback. Like you said, they kind of do things that are kind of already out. Mm-hmm. They kind of put their 2 cents on things that already work, instead of meeting with designers and artists that can take different ideas and just brand them and spread them and just say fuck it, let's just throw something out there. I feel like that's what every shoe, all of my favorite shoes kind of signify that. Even with Virgil, the way he redid the ones, the way he redid all these different Nikes, if you would have told maybe someone in the corporate, I'm gonna do this with this shoe, they'd probably be like, you're fucking insane. It's gonna be ugly as hell, and I'm not doing it. But because he said fuck it, and said I'm just gonna be full artist mode and not think of it as some type of marketing, pitch. I'm just gonna be completely creative, and it obviously worked. Puma needs to get the head out their ass, and get with the art artistic side of things, instead of being with this works. It's like what are you, a major label? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing?
Yeah. I see, and that's the thing. You mentioned Virgil, and you mentioned Off-White and Jordan, and Adidas. They have over the past, I want to say 4 years, have kind of just given up control and let these artists and basketball players and all these different people that they bring onto their brand be themselves and create something, whether it be something that's already made or in just redesigning a colorway or redesigning the way it looks. The corporate, I shit on Nike and Jordan, it's like that, about playing it safe when it comes to their retro colorways. It's like 100%. that. But the one thing I can give, which I don't say out loud, but I want to give them credit for, is when they bring artists in and they bring these superstars in. They say, "Yo, what do you like? Go with it. We'll back it, and we'll give you the ability to create whatever you want to create." As you see what they're doing with Travis Scott and Jordan Brand doing with Travis Scott and everything, they're just saying, "Yo, go ahead,
go crazy,
whatever you like, just have fun," and not caring. But you see, Puma is we have a market where we have people jumping from brand to brand.
Puma. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, Phil.
Puma actually, they do have a lifestyle side to them.
Absolutely.
They picked up people like Upscale Vandal.
Picked
up some other artist guy. I forgot his name. And all of the colors in all the letters in his name are different colors. And they actually brought in money this year, or this past year. And they were doing really good, but they have nothing original. There's no original models. There's no original face, the new young star for them. They're just, like you guys are saying, they're reinventing what they already had.
Yeah.
In a sense, and then what you had mentioned, how they're not really doing anything original. Puma actually had Boost technology before Adidas.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. So they
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
They had a couple of shoes with those little like boost pellets, and they just the way they went about it wasn't as effective, I guess, as Adidas.
Gotcha.
And then Adidas kind of like took the legal route, and they beat them to the whole like the rights to it, I guess.
Yeah.
So now we have the boost and all that for Adidas, but Puma was right there. Puma tried that before them.
I feel like they kind of took it, like I told Chris earlier, I kind of feel like they took an L with Nipsey too. Like, Nipsey was definitely like the first artist that kind of made Puma cool again.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nipsey was such a staple in
hip
hop.
like that. I thought about going to
yeah, and it was crazy. It was hard. Like it was the first time, honestly, I looked at Puma's clothes and was like, yo, I'm rocking with that, and just everything he stood for. It was a great move for Puma when they brought Nipsey in, but unfortunately, rest in peace when he passed.
Yeah, it
was like, damn, like we don't have you. Obviously, it always helps to have a dope face to the brand, and get me wrong, J. Cole is obviously one of the best rappers of all time and lyricists of all time, but he's never been known as like a cool guy. He's always the honest, conscious. Unapologetically,
he's
artistic.
A safe bet.
He's a safe bet, and that's why you gave me the question, like, what is Puma? What does J. Cole do for Puma? What's going to happen? I feel like their best bet with having some type of like positive shift in their release or releases is going to be his music. Because he's, even when he had the sweatsuit on in like All-Star Weekend, it was like people noticed it, but no one hoorah'd over it. Like, no one was like, yo, look at J. Cole's fit. He wasn't on like, people in the comments on like upscalehype.com or hypebeast.com weren't like, yo, J. Cole's the drip is crazy. Like, no one was like, you know what I'm saying? Because
all the photos were because he was sitting next to Kanye courtside. Like,
exactly.
Which was the sad part. Like, it was because he was sitting next to Kanye, so he got.
Kanye was looking fresh as hell.
Yeah,
so
Kanye stepped out.
Yeah, for sure. Respect.
Kanye's a funny dude.
That and so that I think that like burns off to another question when it comes to like you think of like Big Sean, Nipsey.
Oh well. Don't even get me started with Big Sean.
Well, I don't want to get you started on Big Sean. I don't want to get you started on Big Sean. I'll just say like Nipsey, Big Sean, J. Cole. These are artists that don't really push the boundary when it comes to fashion.
Exactly. That's literally what just came to my mind as you read these names.
Yeah.
These aren't people that you're already looking at to see what they're wearing.
They're just they're safe, but like I would say even now, like
y'all don't think Big Sean would be fresh?
Big Sean, no. Big Sean is fresh. Like even recently,
compared to Nipsey and Cole, he's probably like the most.
He's the most fashion forward out of them.
Fresh rapper out of all those three.
Don't get me started. See.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Gotta knock at the door.
I guess we're still going.
Yeah, fuck it.
Big Sean. Man,
you see the hands?
He's like, okay, so when he signed with Adidas,
yeah,
I have his first shoe that he released with Adidas, right?
Okay,
and I loved it.
Yeah, fresh.
His second shoe, it was identical. It was a different color.
Yeah,
and they molded it to like a different idea. Cool, whatever. I liked it.
Yeah,
I didn't get that one.
Got you.
But when he left Adidas and joined Puma, for what?
Yeah, I get you.
For what? Like,
I feel you.
They didn't even give him. Of course, none of these brands are giving these people original models. But even at Puma, like, what? Like you added like little pull strings to like the back of a Puma Clyde or whatever, and then that's what you're gonna give us. Like, I was very upset.
Well, so like that's and so with all these artists. So again, we all agree that safe bet is J. Cole. Safe bet is Big Sean. Safe bet is Nipsey.
Yeah.
And then you have Kyle Kuzma, who's recently big.
Kuzma, which is he's with Puma, but he also has a GOAT. He still has his GOAT endorsement. Yeah, which I wanted to. I was going to mention because he does still have it, but where I wonder what that entails then when it comes is Puma directly just an on court thing, and then you have GOAT as an off court. But again, I don't know how these brands work when it comes to endorsements for on and off court. Yeah, because you do have like a LeBron who is signed to Nike, but also is seen in Jordan
when he's if he's resting or if he's out. Like, but for the most part, he's in his own Nikes, or he's in some sort of Nike collab, Nike.
I think if you're a Nike athlete,
you can get the whole
plethora of Nike.
The whole entire catalog.
Yeah.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because they're so much bigger than just your own model.
Well, see, so that was like my that would be my question because of the fact that I look at Chris Paul, who is a Jordan athlete. And maybe it's just by his choice. And, again, these are all speculation because I don't understand. I don't know the endorsements when it comes to these athletes, and I'm never going to be in a meeting room when they make these decisions. But like a Chris Paul who is a Jordan athlete, but never wears anything besides Jordan. And of course, because he can do his PEs and do all these dope colorways with all the that will never see the light of day when it comes to Jordan retros and stuff like that. But you never see him in any Nike shoes. No. You just see him in Jordan 11s, 13s, whatever, off the court, and then his shoe when he's on the court. And the same with Melo, the same with Tatum. So I wonder if the GOAT situation is like, hey, we just supply the shoes for off the court, and Puma's like, hey, on the court you have to be in Puma. But that will be something that I will have to look into.
Yeah, we'll reach out to Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, we're gonna send an email. Hey, Kyle. So can you give us the details of your contracts?
Yeah.
But
Unless podcast needs to know.
Journalism at its finest.
You know it.
But yeah, so you have these people. With Puma that are not gonna jump out the box or gonna wow somebody with what they wear or what they do.
Yeah.
Does it mean?
Sorry guys, that was our timer there.
You're good?
Yeah. Should I hit another one?
Yeah.
Okay. What do they do? Like what? Who do they reach out to?
I feel like they need to pick up a female face. Honestly.
But who would that be?
I
think that's a good one actually.
Honestly, I mean, you could go cliche. I don't want to say cliche because that can come off slanders. But you could go obvious, or go a Megan Thee Stallion, or some obviously mainstream popular female artist, but even a Billie Eilish. Because I feel like she's.
Puma
Hold on.
You feel me?
Hold on. I didn't think about that because she is.
She's a fly chick. Yeah, she's not the typical
But she's been going hard with the Jordans, so I don't know if
she has.
They can take.
That's a fact.
Take her away from.
Well, in a perfect world, that would be cool.
They seem like they're throwing money at everybody.
They got Rihanna.
Large sums of money too.
They do have Rihanna. And that's really all you really need.
Did she? Okay, so is her brand her own brand now? Did she start that with Puma and then is that her own thing now?
Nah, I think it's still under Puma.
They still get
they still get their cut, but she definitely took over branding and creative control and all that.
It seems like she's with them.
Would it be like when
that's
how,
true.
Because I don't know artists when it comes to them making their own label and stuff like that. So if you have a double MG or a TD or something like that. That's a fact. Where
SZA would be hard.
Yeah, so you have their own. They have their own branch of their brand, but it still goes back to Interscope or Warner Brothers. Is that probably how she has her brand set up with Puma?
Possibly.
We have to email them as well.
Yeah,
send them.
Let's just email Puma directly. And just
plus
what's going on?
Jay's with Puma too, so I feel like it's kind of like a Rock Nation thing too. Because Jay's heavy with. I got the Puma jet. The whole thing. He go. Exactly.
So then that is so I like the Billie Eilish one. I like that that would be somebody that's dope because you have Adidas who went out and got Beyonce or Beyonce went out and got Adidas. Yeah. So I don't know how that went, but I'm pretty sure
money play.
Waiting for their shipments from Adidas, literally something worse.
Hey, some of those sweatsuits are fire. And I was like, you might have to see me in Ivy Park.
They were so fire. Popeyes had to come out and make their own.
Yeah.
Literally.
That was such a cool move, bro.
Funny.
I'm sorry, that was
funny.
It was
Popeyes be wildin'.
They definitely they used it for publicity.
Yeah.
Facts. I mean, business wise, I feel chess move, but
because they did the
really,
same, like, they did the same photo shoot and everything like that and all that
literally
stuff. It was
the same
dope.
thing,
It was kind of funny. I liked it.
it was funny, but I was like, man, come on, black people.
Hey, I'm almost like this. Popeyes learned after the chicken sandwich fiasco the first time. They was like, how can we market this? Oh, Black Twitter, let's get on there.
Oh my God!
What is Black Twitter talking about this week? Ivy Park, because that was when Beyonce was sending out all her all the big suitcases full of
family,
all that. And then they was like, well, how quickly can we get a photo shoot of our line to do like that? It's like, let's do it.
Yeah, I get it.
And they got like what, 2 days of people talking about it. So I don't blame them. If you can get your publicity, get your publicity.
Yeah,
by all means.
I get it.
But so like you're saying, go with a female artist or some kind of influencer.
Yeah.
I say you need to just try to go for somebody big.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is a question I don't have, but I do want to ask that question. Who is big enough that they can go? Because you have a Kanye West with Adidas, a Travis Scott with Nike and Jordan brand.
Yeah.
You have Beyonce with Adidas.
You have Kendrick with Nike.
You have Kendrick with Nike.
So,
who can you?
The baby.
I can see. Okay, I can see one of definitely the newer generation artists.
Yeah.
Carrying some weight.
Trying to get somebody while
I get it. The
Okay.
baby, because he's crazy popping. Kylie.
Yeah, she have a shoe.
True.
She does.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But she out here in
But see, there's a problem that I don't remember that though. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't know.
Especially if it's Kylie, I feel like we should know.
I'm thinking like what I'm thinking is with some of these artists, I think they're projects. Like they're doing them as one-offs. Like it's not because with Kylie, I don't see herself. I don't know her by any means.
She was
but
signed with Adidas too, right?
Yeah, she had an Adidas deal too. So I'm thinking she's not trying to lock herself down in a deal. So she'll do you get 3 months with me, and then
I don't really see her doing like a full campaign.
Subscription with me real quick.
Yeah. I'll get you the couple million clicks.
Yeah,
but after
exactly.
that, I gotta keep my options open.
Yeah.
She's
She's not popping up at like Puma events.
Though, that's just how you.
Because every brand is gonna throw her $1 million to do anything.
For sure.
She can walk in and ask for $5 million, and they're willing to give it because they know that she will get them the clicks.
100%.
But who is out there that? So you say the baby.
The baby.
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that's big enough that like.
Young Thug.
I don't think no one could really carry the weight.
Do you think Young Thug would like? I think I can see a Young Thug.
The Puma Thuggers.
I can see that.
I can see
some slime.
I guess I'd wear some Puma Thuggers.
I would if I saw some like lime green fresh Pumas with some snakes on them somewhere, some cool shit like that. I'd be like, all right, if they do it right, obviously. But, if Thugger was pushing some Puma shit, I'd fuck with it.
What if your boy Wale finally got a deal with Puma?
Wale wants a deal. Yo, don't get me started. Because Wale does want a deal, and I don't know why he had. Out of everybody.
He's the biggest
so you got me ramped up. Out of
hip-hop.
every fucking body that's getting a deal, Wale is not getting a deal.
That's wild.
Are you serious?
Because he's literally like, he's been part of the culture forever.
And it's not like, Wale is to my knowledge, is a transparent enough person that will say, yo, I got a deal or I got offers that I don't like.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
He's not getting deals. He had Asics. He had the Asics deal that was really early. He got it. He got his little collab shoes, which I still
with Timberland.
I still need those pop rock or what are they called? The Asics. He had an Asics collab that he did like 5 years ago.
Like 5, 6
I
years
still
ago.
cannot get my hands on him because he only sold me the East Coast. Thanks a lot, Wale.
Damn, bro, for real?
He only did a release on the East Coast, which was trash.
That's foul.
He was like, my West Coast fans ain't strong enough to carry.
Damn,
Yo,
bro,
and
you smoking our trees, though.
I don't blame you though because like I went to a show like a couple weeks ago, and LA is one of those like too cool for school things. So like when he comes to LA, I always see like the crowd just kind of like they fuck with him, but it's like I don't want to be rapping along with him. I don't want to be dancing along with him, and it's like, yo, like this dude is doing a moonwalk and like pleading for you guys to just like let go of all coolness and just be you, and y'all are just in the corner just
Yeah, I know. That's
this song is fire, but I'm not about to sing to it. Like, you know,
that's so whack. That's so whack.
Who said that about Wale?
I do. I do. Thank you very much.
And like Wale has the sneaker IQ to create something so dope. Like I don't understand. Like companies would really possibly, honestly, most likely benefit.
J. Cole got a Puma deal before Wale.
That's wild. Like, cause
wow,
Wale's sneaker IQ is crazy. He's an OG with it. Like, you say what you want about him, about personal shit or whatever, but.
So what is like, I guess, relevance have to do like with?
True.
I think it does. I think it has. I think it plays a good role.
It's a clout game at the end of the day.
Because I'm pretty sure that marketing team sits in that office and says, how many clicks are these artists getting? And J. Cole, because he is not a seen person, when he pops out, people go crazy and listen and want to hear what he has to say.
He's like a unicorn.
Yeah, so it's like, and it's the same with Kendrick. Like Kendrick pops out and like you don't see him like, and you can honestly say the same thing for Drake.
New music.
Yeah, Kendrick. But he just had a kid.
I'm wearing this tour sweater from 3 years ago.
he just had a kid.
By the time I went to this show, it was his second time touring this album. Like
I have a feeling Kendrick's gonna drop something just randomly, really. So
I need it tonight.
See, I said he was gonna drop something this past winter, but then I found out that he was having a kid, so I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense on why he's been gone for so long. Yeah. But I would think that he would have some, like a mixtape. He would just.
His kid is like talking at this point already, bro. Like he's been gone for so long.
Already off to college.
Yeah,
True.
Come on.
But like I see, like when you like even with Drake doesn't like, even though you see him, he's very active on social media and stuff like that. He is not somebody that you just just pop up. No. Like he is somebody that is very calculated when he appears somewhere and when he wants to be visible, which I think of course Drake is just Drake also because he is the biggest artist in the world. But I think the marketeers are just sitting there and saying, okay, Kendrick is taken, Drake is taken, J. Cole is taken, Beyonce is taken, Rihanna to our knowledge is taken. Who can we get that is somebody that if we put our brand on them, they're going to, because Adidas just did it with Ninja, who is a streamer. So and that's the biggest streamer out.
Supreme just did their collab with the man, what is it called? The projection of Tupac from Coachella.
Oh,
hologram. There you go.
The hologram.
Yeah. So Supreme has, how they have those artist releases with their tees?
Yeah.
So they have Tupac's hologram for their next release.
That's hard.
Wow.
Which is
wait, hold up. I thought about it. How about Cardi B? She's big.
Like I would like.
I mean,
Janae's
definitely popular.
But Big Sean's already in there though.
Whoa.
She probably. Relax. Relax.
Use your
relax. See. No, I will say it. Janae, whenever you're tired of Big Sean.
Okay.
Yo, I was.
My nigga shot his shot.
All right? Like, hold on, man.
No, Janae, no. I've sent her enough tweets that she knows.
No, Janae, she's amazing and she's really dope. But I'm thinking like if I was a suit at Puma, if I was a corporate guy, and I'm talking about numbers, Cardi beats Janae by a lot.
Yeah. I like the Meg. I like the Meg. I like the Billie Eilish. I like the Cardi.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we totally don't even talk about Nicki Minaj anymore, and like how she fell off her own pedestal. With her own actions. I feel
because Nicki Minaj, I think is a shock value artist who I believe promotes through shock. So I think when you look at that, and especially look at the past times when she does make herself very visible to the public, it's always controversial or it's always confrontational with somebody or something.
And honestly, I feel like if you're talking about like sneaker culture, the way she came at Travis, there's a lot of sneakerheads obviously have an emotional attachment to Travis Scott. So like when you
think they're gonna boycott?
I know.
Yo, we saw what you did to Trav.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a lot that turned off a lot of that crowd. Because it's like Travis stays out the way. Travis doesn't diss anybody. He doesn't do any like PR stunts. Like he's literally just making music and being fly. And so when you kind of like come at him for like attaching merch to his albums and sales and all that, it was kind of like calling him a fuck nigga and all that.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, yo.
Which I like. I'm gonna tell you this. I do like, because Travis Scott right now is in his mode where he's just doing only fashion and like his shoes. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he has music wise coming, because I'm not like, I don't follow Trav like that, so I don't really.
Jack Boys, like that.
Oh yeah,
that shit was dope.
What was it? 8 songs, 7?
Yeah, it was like 7.
Yeah, so like, but I'm saying like for him, like he's in that mode, because even the video he dropped for the announcement for his SBs was him and, I don't know, the skaters or whatever, but around, I'm guessing it was LA. It looked like LA, like the Hollywood Hills or something like that.
Yeah.
Of them skating, it's like that in his shoes, which I thought, like, have you seen the video yet?
No, I haven't.
Yo, video's dope. I'm gonna put the video in here so y'all can
shout
see
out to Mike Dean too. That's the homie.
It's a dope video. Like, I like it because it looks rugged.
Mike Dean, homie. Yeah. That's the big homie right there. But yeah, dude, I feel like, Nicki, and on top of that, like, she's like sneaker wise, like she hasn't really even like been known to be like a sneakerhead. Like, she's more of like a fashionable, like chic-y type of, upscale type of thing.
The pink Barbie Puma collection wouldn't sell.
It
would sell, but it would be more like a.
People would treat it as if like she's trying to follow after Beyonce.
Okay.
I feel like that's how the internet how
it sell, because she's a huge brand, but when it comes to like, is it going to be talked about 5 years after?
No,
not
even. Because I feel like even Beyonce's Ivy Park line is something that's big and people want, but I don't see it, like, unless she consistently comes out with things. This was a moment. Like, it was a moment in time where it was like, yo.
Yeah.
And then seeing, like, all these people get their friends and family collection. It's like that, you having the Reese Witherspoons, you having Meg Thee Stallion. Like, just recently, Lil Nas X, he had posted his video of, the Ivy Park line that he got from her. It's like that. So, I think, unless she continues to drop stuff, I don't see it being something that lasts long for her.
Yeah.
But I honestly also don't think Beyonce really gives a shit, because Beyonce, when she decides to drop something, people are going to buy it. So it doesn't matter when she comes out with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the internet will look at Nicki Minaj and be like, oh, guess you gotta follow Beyonce like always. And even though it has nothing to do with Beyonce, even if she doesn't do a sweatsuit,
that's just how people are gonna
heels, it would still be, that's where they're gonna go with it. So I'm thinking, as we talk about this, I'm under the thoughts that every artist that we could think of that would be worth it is already spoken for.
Pretty much.
I think so. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That sucks.
They're already in there.
That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any artist that can carry the Puma weight.
No.
Nobody can like push them into the
into the next.
Yeah, their best bet is Cole. Cole was their best bet. Cause, when he drops another classic moment, and he's rocking Puma, and don't let them like surprise with like a Cole album Puma that's like compatible with the album or some shit.
Carolina shit off, my
You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy.
Get your
Carolina colors on some Pumas
and just
that'd
give
be
it
nuts.
like just
I cop them.
Chris just wants some Carolina love.
That's right.
I do. I always do. Which is why I'm such a big Dreamville fan.
Respect. Dreamville hard, bro.
Love to Carolina.
Hey, Cam is still our quarterback. It don't matter. Cam is still our quarterback. So we have not solved the Puma problem.
Yep.
Nope.
We're gonna solve
Puma hasn't solved the Puma problem.
Hasn't even solved the problem.
Yeah, we can't.
One day we will solve Puma's problem. Yeah. Today I thought this was a great conversation of figuring out if we could, and we can't.
Nope.
Get Wale in the room if you haven't already. Get Wale in the room. Give him anything he asks for, because I'm pretty sure he'll make some fire shit.
100%.
So let's take it back to the artists that are spoken for.
Okay.
Travis Scott, Kanye West.
Yeah.
Are, again, like we said, are the pillars right now when it comes to outside of athletes, are the brand, the face of the brand.
100%.
Do you see them? And you could take anybody into account, no matter if they're in the same camp, whatever. Do you see anybody giving them some sort of competition? Because right now they have a chokehold.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
They are literally their own
let the record show, Your Honor. They both said no. Okay.
No.
So nobody's gonna give them anything.
Kanye's been doing it for too long.
Exactly.
that presence is evident.
Okay.
Yeah, it's stapled.
And then, but with Travis, like that jump so high in so short amount of time that no one's gonna fucking get to that level in whatever time. So yeah,
You don't see anybody?
I don't think anyone, and especially the way Travis's collection, his drops are coming out, like
collection is
selling out after sellout after sellout.
I'm not a bit like, cause again, I'm not like a huge Travis Scott fan. I like his music. Okay. I listen to it when it comes out, but I probably won't go to a Travis Scott concert. I probably don't care if I see Travis Scott ever in my life.
Got you.
But I do.
I've seen him enough times for both of those.
Oh, there you go. But I do know that his collection, like, to me, and I'm not a Ones fan. Yeah. I'm not an SB fan of any sort. But his collection is unique.
Very.
But everything he drops is fire.
Hot magma.
Everything. There was a point where it was like a couple of days ago. I was like flipping through the catalog for his for the apparel, like the t-shirts and the sweaters like that, and I'm like, I don't have any Travis Scott shoes or anything like that, but I want one of these long sleeve t-shirts. Like, I need one of these.
Like daily drops.
Yeah.
The merch for Astro World. Dude, like every day I was buying something from the new drop because it was like about 10 items a day, and every day was a different sweater, and I'm just like, dude, I need all of it. Like,
everything. Give me everything.
Yeah.
I that so. Man,
it's no competition. I mean, like, and on top of that, like, you know, even if you're not a Travis Scott fan or whatever, like, his whole brand matches his shoe too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Travis is very he's very laid back, but at the same time very animated and very creative, and you see it in the shoe, like even the colorway, like you have the Cactus Jack ones, like they're like this off olive green brown, the Nike's backwards and bigger, like it's chill but it's a lot going on, like it really matches even with the blue fours, like the Cactus Jack fours, like those are crazy, like to have that black sole and with that like sky blue and
it's Houston Oilers.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's nuts. Like it's, you know, and it really matches his whole brand and personality. And I feel like, you know,
it's very festival.
Yeah,
his brand is very festive,
and that's his music. Like his music is rage festival music.
He does these crazy, concerts.
Like, the embodiment of Travis Scott is there, and everything that comes out with his name attached to it. Like you see the Travis Scott touch to everything.
And I applaud Nike and Jordan for letting him do that.
For sure.
Because you could have a brand suffocate an artist and say, no, we won't let this happen, or we want it to look like this, and it could look totally different.
And shout out to Virgil too. I feel like he inspired a lot of that. Like, you know, Virgil. Yeah, he started this whole, like, you know, let's break all the rules, you know, approach to sneakers. Like, let's just do whatever the fuck crazy ideas we get, cut and sew. Let's like get bulky. Let's break all the rules, you know. And I feel like without Virgil, you wouldn't have the comfortability that Travis had to do that with his campaign, honestly.
And the same with Kanye, because Kanye,
for sure.
Kanye's a very vocal person about his creativity and being able to create with a brand.
Yeah.
And you can just see like his fingerprints on everything from 10, 15 years.
I mean, he's like the GOAT.
It's just like, you know, but like just his fingerprints are left on. You see the what he's done.
Well, all of these people are from his camp.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Don C.
Kanye. Baby Kanye.
Kanye out here sunning everybody. I like it.
Literally every.
Even the Fear of God shit, like, you know, it's Jay Lorenzo, like, you know.
And even look at him, like I don't mean to cut you off, but even like him, you know, this past All-Star weekend, he did his the Fear of God, the question, right?
Yeah. Those are crazy.
And so he's doing one that is inspired by Allen Iverson and his yeah, that's what he said the ones that are dropping next week. That's the inspiration, because he did like a photo shoot.
I didn't hear that. That's dope.
The two-tone ones?
Yeah. With the black and like tan. Yeah. So he did like a photo shoot, and literally every photo shoot he was doing pictures that were callbacks to Allen Iverson when he was like getting his hair braided by his mom. Him sitting on the bench and all that stuff, and like just like the way Allen Iverson carried himself and how he brought fashion to the NBA world.
Yeah.
He was saying that the Fear Guys that are dropping are an inspiration from Allen Iverson, and I think it's the questions. I want to say it's the questions.
That'd be great.
And so that's where the inspiration comes from. But you even see with him, he's able to create something that's, and he's skyrocketing himself. Like he's on 2K, doing his own motion cap for Nike as the spokesman for the Nike endorsement and everything like that. And then you have him, doing all these different things, and you see his like people are.
He has like 5 Nike shoes out.
Yeah. And you see, and he's doing so much stuff that you see all these people clamoring for what he's dropping. Like that is the I didn't realize in a completely similar mind that these are all Kanye West people and from the same camp and everything like that.
There's a photo of them that people refer back to.
Of them all
on the internet, when they all went to Paris Fashion Week, like however many years ago, and you can just see them like they look like high fashion hype beasts, like they're rocking whatever was relevant at that time, but they weren't the hype beasts, so they were already in these.
And they were creating.
They were already in these rooms that we just didn't know to what extent, and now they're all teenagers essentially in that craft
doing their own separate thing, and that's the best part about it. They're all doing their own separate thing. Like nothing that they're doing mimics any other person that's in that group, which is again, I will give applause to Nike, I will give applause to Adidas, I will give applause to Jordan of saying we trust you,
and Louis Vuitton
and Louis Vuitton,
no, not Virgil's making their shoes too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was a couple photos of him looking at samples. Exactly. They're like you seeing them be able to say, okay, just do what you do. We trust you. Have fun with it.
Exactly.
And I had the question. You guys said no. I just had that question of is there any competition that you could see coming to Travis Scott or Kanye West? But it looks like from what we're talking about, it looks like Travis, like the only competition would be people that they already
that's in their crew, really. I mean, because there's no really other artists out, like rappers specifically or singers that are that invested into the culture. Like Travis is a sneakerhead. Every Don C's a sneakerhead. They've been sneakerheads forever, and it's. You have other, even the Kendricks and the Drakes, like they're fans of sneakers, but you can tell they're not. They never really been invested into like the actual build up of a sneaker or the culture. Like they're just fans. Whether them is like, we want to be part of the machine.
What if Offset got signed to Puma?
I was thinking about the Migos.
What if Offset comes, the new sneakerhead of the century that everybody's anointing for some reason?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of him.
I'm not either.
I fuck with Offset, man.
We fuck with Offset, but I'm not. You're not gonna sell me that. You're not gonna sell me that he's a sneakerhead. You cannot sell me that. You're not gonna sit me.
What if he's a new, like, what if he just came into it after he got some real money and saw the world and got culture? They was trapping. They was street dudes. So I'll give Offset a pass if after he got his life together.
But I'm just
he dove into the culture.
There's videos of Offset playing video games. When I see him doing the little promos for the E-Leagues and stuff like that, I believe it. Because there are videos of him when he was a kid playing games crazy, and being into video games. Facts. You're not selling me that he's a sneaker because he's been wearing those yellow Travis Scott Friends and Family 6s since he got them. And I said on Twitter, I'm gonna find that tweet because I said I was like, he's gonna wear the fuck out of these shoes to prove to us that he's a sneakerhead, and I'm not gonna believe it at all. Like he wore to Complex Con, and then he was wearing them at Denver. He went to like 3 different basketball games, sat courtside with him on, and then another. He went to, I think it was a sneaker con or something like that he went to him in. I was like, yo, we get it, you got him, happy. great.
Yeah.
You're not selling me that you're a sneakerhead. I'm not buying that shit. Stop it. But I would also be somebody who are like, yo,
I think it has to be all three of them.
All three?
I think if you're Puma, you have to sign the Migos.
You have to, yeah, for sure. Quality control is gonna make sure that
Quality
like.
control would be sick too. Oh wait, hold on. No, I thought you were talking about the group quality control, which is just the Migos with one other person essentially. Like,
no, quality control is it's Migos, Cardi B, City Girls, Lil Baby.
I forgot City Girls was on quality control.
Who else?
He swooped all of
my boy. I'm having a fail.
Lil Boat.
Lil Yachty and this other artist I'm really messing with.
I forgot.
What's his name?
Yeah, he probably waited till they all in the session.
My boy, my boy Duke Deuce. Duke Deuce is hard. Shout out to Duke Deuce. I don't know that dude, but I fuck with his music. I'm trying to send him beats ASAP. Crook ain't dead. That's my shit.
No, I think that QC waited till they were all in the studio session and was like, hey, so we're gonna sign all you guys. All you guys come with us. I have contracts on the table. Everyone, your name, your little stick, has your name on it. Just all you guys sign.
Yeah.
I think you think all the Migos would have to sign to Puma if they were gonna do it? You don't think it would break them up separately?
I mean,
it'd be a better business move, honestly.
Yeah. Because can you imagine signing one of them and then like, what if Quavo signed with Nike and Puma?
That could flip.
And now they're a boy band.
Yeah,
they're a boy band with different contracts.
Facts.
That'd be a dope stage presence.
That would.
All the execs buddied up backstage like, yeah, I like your sweatsuit.
That check would have to be heavy because to have Migos like fully campaign Puma and not fuck with Nike, not fuck with like that check. I don't even think Puma can afford that.
I guess yeah.
Cause that would
makes me wonder what they gave J. Cole.
I mean, J. Cole looks like he'll take a couple white tees, bro. He'll be happy. Like,
yeah, he did look like yo.
I feel like they dropped a big check
on the sample tape. Like, can I just have that? I'll take that and I'll sign.
I feel like they dropped a big check with Cole. But he's just easier to please. Like you have more than one person. You have. They
probably sold him on creative control.
Oh, for sure.
They probably sold because I don't think it's money with him. I think it's probably like, what can I do?
It's the moment more than the check.
What would you guys let me do?
For sure. Yeah. I feel like Cole can come up with some cool stuff with some help. Like I feel like but like I said, I feel like their best bet would be something to do with an album release. Like something to do with like the title of his, like how Jay-Z did 444. Like I feel like it'd be best to have like a Carolina, album colorway type of situation. You buy the album, you get half off the sneakers type of situation. Like that would be the best bet for Cole.
Well, that's what music is.
You buy the shoes and you get half off the album.
Yeah. That too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but I think that's where music is going right now when it comes to these artists that are signed with brands. They
for sure.
Merch with the brands that they're signed with. Travis Scott, the one of them, DJ Khaled did it.
Changed the whole aspect and trajectory of what merch is.
For sure.
Literally, his stuff is selling for $300, $400 on StockX or whatever, and they're just like tour tees.
Yeah.
I meant to before we started. I meant to look up Ninja's collection because I wanted to see what his stuff was pricing at and like what he's because I know they did the photo shoot. And they did the like little release video for his.
He's actually getting a Funko Pop too.
Yeah, and so I wanted to see because. And I was sort of right when I did it when we talked about this and how will they brand this because you have somebody that's just sitting in front of a camera in a chair doing playing games and streaming it's like that and they did this. They put his logo and the Adidas logo and his logo basically right next to each other to kind of get that branding and. He was in a Adidas commercial. They just did a recent commercial and he's in it as one of he's one of the stars in the commercial as like chase your dreams or whatever.
I've seen that commercial.
You know who I feel like not to go back to the question. You know who I feel like could actually give Travis and Kanye a run for their money if done right. I'm not sure. I know he owns his own brand or whatever, but like if Tyler the Creator. Did something with Puma,
Well, he's with Converse right now.
He's with Converse, so that won't even work. Damn it.
Because he does
the golf LaFleur.
Oh, see, where the fuck with my antennas?
Converse released every single colorway leading up to Camp Flognon.
Yeah.
I'm slipping. That's right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
It just popped up in my head. I was like, yo, Tyler.
Yeah, but you're right though. But you're right. He actually does have his own like wave.
He got his own following. Crazy. Yeah.
I mean,
anybody that can host their own festival can sell out.
They got him to the damn Grammys, bro.
100%.
His core fans really.
Supported the hell out of him.
Puma would have killed themselves if they would have been able to be on his hat.
Oh my god!
Or that hat he was wearing for this. Yeah, they definitely would have killed themselves for that.
100%.
No, yeah, that's actually a really good one.
Okay.
Tyler Creator.
Yeah.
I think not to that level.
Not to that level, but you could see like the splash would make
Yeah, it ruffles some feathers.
Because I think he could do the same thing. Like I think you could see the same growth as like Travis did. Not like a Kanye, but like how Travis like kind of just pops up and is like, "Hey, Jordan Brand," and it's like,
who's ASAP Rocky with?
The last thing he did, I think, was with Adidas.
He did something with Adidas.
He had an ASAP Rocky.
Did he do something with Under Armour too?
I don't remember Under Armour.
Or like, what was it?
I think you're right.
Is that the most recent one?
Yeah.
A skating shoe.
It was a skating shoe he did.
Yeah. It looks like an Osiris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was it actually.
I didn't. Huh.
I don't think ASAP signed to anyone though.
No, ASAP's not.
We need new music from ASAP.
If ASAP got with Puma, that'd be a good move.
I could actually see that.
He's too busy with like his underwear brands.
But that's what you want to sell on. That's what you want to sell on the fact that he's like, because he is one of those artists that is looking more towards fashion than his music, even though he's really big on his music.
Absolutely.
You would want to get in on that. You would want to get like, of course, goes back to, selling tragedy. But you would want to get at the, ASAP Yams Day. Or,
oh my God!
You would want to get those
ASAP Yams, Puma,
those ASAP Mob concerts. It's like that. You would want Puma. If you want your brand, you would want to be a sponsor for those big things. Because ASAP Mob's concerts are crazy, just like OVO Fest. OVO Fest is crazy,
nuts.
And then you have on the addition, you have Jordan Brand and you have Nike being able to basically latch onto that because they know that he's gonna have to be in those sweatsuits. He's gonna have to be in those, and so all that stuff gets tied to it. Like,
absolutely,
I think like you're saying, like festival artists are probably the ones that you would want to latch onto. Tyler Creator, ASAP Rocky, Travis Scott's already taken, and Kanye West is already taken, especially with his Sunday services and all that stuff. You would want to get these people that have these big.
This conversation is gonna get somebody a raise for sure.
We want our check. If you cut anybody, I'm telling you this, I will send an email and say, so these are the artists we talked about. We talked about Tyler. We talked about Meg. We talked about Cardi.
ASAP. All of them.
If any of those get signed within the next couple months, we need a check. All four of us. We all need a check.
All four.
Just saying.
Exactly.
You get a check. You said Cardi.
Exactly. You said Kylie. She said Kylie.
Oh, you said Kylie too. Yeah. So yeah.
We need get her a check too.
Everybody needs a check
for sure.
No. Yeah. So that's okay. So I think we're on a general consensus. No competition for Kanye, Travis. If unless it comes from around camp.
Yeah.
Tyler Creator, I think, is kind of who we think could at least have some sort of that would be able to even mimic.
For sure.
At least a Travis Scott.
Yeah.
J. Cole doesn't seem like it matters. Hopefully, unless J. Cole, steps outside his box and gets real creative with his shit, which I think he can. I think Cole,
he's capable.
Is able to create and make a big, make something big out of Puma. I will set my timeline now because I did it for All Star Weekend. I had to set my timeline. We're in February 2020. Cole, by August, will have dropped or is dropping something with Puma that goes along with music. Fall, winter.
I can see that easily.
I say fall, winter. Cole is going to drop an album.
Yeah.
He will have merch that goes with that album that will be aligned with Puma.
For sure.
And if, I hope
I'm not ready to wear a Puma shirt, bro. Like
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're not ready to wear a shirt?
Puma shirt. I'm ready for it.
I'm thinking about, man, I'm gonna have to wear this big ass Puma shirt logo.
Oh yeah, that tour merch is gonna be all Puma.
And then
if Puma has like a Carolina colorway, like tracksuit, sweatsuit,
velour.
Oh my God, I'm copping. I can't front.
If you hit me with the velour, I'm buying it off top.
Off the rip.
Carolina
velour. I'm
sweatsuit. Yo, that'd be fire.
It's a regardless.
That'd be fire.
It can be peach. I'm still gonna wear it.
Come on. I hit the family reunions and that. Yeah, you know, with the fedora.
Oh my goodness.
You ain't gotta say that.
IG
my family reunions are in Kentucky, so I already know.
I think I'm crazy.
Man, let me get some ribs and give me like 2 legs.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. So I say by August, fall, winter, it'll be
Georgia Peach tracksuit.
I'm telling you, it has. You know he's gonna call it that too. You will have a release that either goes along with music or it will be a solo creative project that he did, like a Beyonce does with Ivy Parker. She has like a whole line that she dropped at once.
Yeah,
I think he will probably try to do something in that realm. If not, if they say I don't know the contract, I want to know the contract though. If say Dreamville's attached to this. A Dreamville, you know.
That'd be hard.
He does have. We're speaking about festival artists. He does have Dreamville.
He does.
That's a fact.
When that usually happens, and around that time, right? Fall, right?
Yeah.
What was last year's Dreamville? Was what? October, September?
I think it was September.
Don't quote me.
Yeah, I think it was October or September. It was October or September. It was around that time. So yeah, that would make sense. So that's my timeline.
Okay.
Give you guys timeline. Do you think J. Cole will drop something this year? And if you do, is it gonna be like okay? Just give me your timeline. How about that?
I think it's gonna be just like one shoe. It's just gonna be a typical collab. Like this is J. Cole's first shoe.
What they shoot?
Something that's already done.
Oh,
models already available. Just colorway.
There's nothing. There's like 3 models available.
That's what I get that.
Garbage.
That's what Puma I feel will do. To at least introduce Puma Cole to the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of agree. I feel like they're gonna go with the same 3 options, but I feel like they really should add some type of attire to it, like how Nipsey did.
Okay.
But my prediction, if it's happening this year, I feel like it would be a winter thing.
Okay.
I could see November, December.
He get into his
you know Black Friday area, you know.
This is the model I need J. Cole. The Disc Blaze. This shoe model is what I need Puma to give Cole. Like
I'm pretty sure that's what he looked at too. Like yo, let me see, let me take a look at that.
The Disc Blaze.
That is some baby blue.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Model I've ever wanted that I just never came across the colors I wanted.
Facts. That's a fact. I got a close on.
So our predictions are set. So you guys can always come back and archive this and say, okay, we were either right or wrong.
Facts.
Usually we're right.
So far we've been right. So far we have not been wrong yet.
Hey.
So with that being said, we have gotten to all that. I just realized. How much time we have?
We have about
50. Okay. I just realized we didn't get into your background.
Oh man!
Because we talked about it off camera. That was the crazy thing.
Yeah.
We talked about it off camera.
Yeah.
And then, since you are, I did. That's my fault. But you know what? But you know what? That's what it was.
We're nerds, man. It happens.
But that's what it was. We talked about it off camera, so I just had heard you talking about it, and then it kind of registered as okay. That has been finished.
As our viewers probably picked up, he's so knowledgeable of music, and literally every time we mention artists, he knows what he's talking about.
So
connect the dots, you guys.
So I'm sorry. Okay, so we're gonna go into we have some questions.
Yeah.
How'd you get into the sneaker world?
Oh man. You know what? I hate to be the guy to say it, but like I've always been a fan of sneakers. Like even as a kid, like 5-6-year-old kid, like shout out to mom. She's always been a very up to date person with clothes and sneakers. She's a fly girl, and
shout out
moms. And I got shout out my cousin Yarly. She's been a sneakerhead before I was, and she put me on to just clothes in general, like street fashion. Streetwear, Stutzy, you know, Babe, Undefeated. I remember Crooks and Castles was going crazy. LRG, man, bro, it went crazy. Ice Cream, Billionaire Boys Club, you know, Undefeated, of course. Yeah, man. And then you add the hundreds for sure. Yeah, like I've always been into it. My brother, my best friend, my core friends. We've always been sneakerheads. Always been into streetwear. I used to skate, so I was a big SB dude when I was in high school. Like I had the Melvins, the Ray Guns, the Pigeons, the Dunks, the Vanilla Ices. I was going crazy, and you know, I've always spent a lot of my money on clothes and shoes, and I got shot at my Uncle Mike Nixon. I was telling y'all about. He would always give me his OG Jordans, Cool Gray 11s, 12s, Icy White 5s, Fire Red, Black Cement 3s, True Blue 3s. He gave me all his Yellow Soul OG kicks, and I just always, and I've always been an art nerd, so you know, I've always been a big fan of just how they looked, how they felt, how they looked with the right cup, you know, of jeans, and you know, the right long socks with the right Cortezes, you know, like just details, and yeah, man, like clothes and sneakers, mainly sneakers, have always been a priority, even when I'm broke, unfortunately. As you know what I'm saying, to always just look fly and try to be as fly as I can. Yeah, man, but you know, sneakers. I mean, it's kind of like the first thing you look at when you see somebody. When you meet somebody, you're gonna look at their shoes. You're gonna look at everything.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, okay. All right, I'll let you slide.
Facts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had the Larry Bird Adidas, you know what I'm saying? I remember what I had on. But, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
I had the Larry Bird Adidas. First time you saw them, it was crisp.
So crisp and clean, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, she gave me a shot. But yeah, you know, and even music had a lot to do with it too. I mean, my favorite rappers, my favorite producers, huge Kanye fan, huge shout out Pharrell. Yeah. Pharrell and Kanye, definitely Pharrell and Kanye, man, they're the gods to me when it comes to just being fly, because I feel like they were the first urban artists that were like, you don't gotta be in baggy ass clothes to be fly. Like that shit got old fast. They came in, but they took that risk, you know, to really be like, you know what, like F that, like, you know, we can dress how we want and still get respect in our neighborhoods and still be looked at as, you know, man, you know, Kanye was a superhero.
I was so afraid to my first pink polo, because I was like, yo, they're gonna fucking clown me.
Man, you know, and it's you know, they being such a fan of music definitely had a lot to do with how I dressed and the sneakers I wore. Cause I didn't play ball, like I didn't play basketball. I was either skateboarding or boxing, and that's it. And you know, but yeah, music had a lot to do with my taste. And I remember when I first saw Pharrell and some Vapes, I was like, "Oh, those are Air Force Ones with stars on them. what the fuck is going on? Like, those are crazy." Then you had the Yeezys come out. You know, when he first performed in the Grammys, he performed "Strong Rider." His mom died. You know, that was an iconic moment in sneaker culture. It was like, what is this Frankenstein Jordan that he has on? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so yeah, man. Shout out to Ye and Pharrell. They had a lot to do with my sneaker preference.
Think about like all the moments that we had in the culture, and like seeing certain things, and like even you just like off top, we remember that 3 soul. like, oh wait, hold on, talking about, and then like seeing all these different, you know, I you know what's so funny is like I I'll give it part of the culture. Like I remember Lugs when they came out, and everybody thought Lugs was going to be like the next big thing in the sneaker world. And I remember the Lugs commercial of like the dude running from I think the cops or something like that, and popping the fence at him.
Yeah,
like you remember so many like specific things in like the sneaker world, and like you remember like so many like moments. And I think we don't have those moments really much anymore because everybody's always wearing something like crazy.
Yeah.
I think the moments
every
come
day
now when it's like festivals.
Like those data retros with spinners though.
Yo, I play basketball on those and
pull those out, bro.
I play basketball on those and the spinner
The
came off one time.
With the rims.
My spinner came off one time. I decided to play basketball because I was like, because me, shout out Claire's, because me and Claire's used to always go back and forth on like, yo, like, what can we wear at the junior YMCA games? It's like the junior Lakers. It's like that.
Yo.
And so he used to come out with like the black and baby blue 14s or 12s.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like how can I kill him? And decided I forgot one time I tried to do the Dadas, and I literally went to the sideline and just looked like and then spinner gone. I was like, didn't know when it came off, don't know where it was at.
Goodness.
Like you're just
come
like,
on, Dada.
The hubcap version.
Oh yeah, bro.
The
man.
hubcap. Oh
and,
my goodness.
Like think of like M1, like when M1 and like I still think.
You remember the slip-on M ones? I had those, bro. I had the black ones.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. I got a hold up top.
Yes. Oh my god.
My worst sneaker moment I think would be the Kobe Adidas. What was it? His first one, the ones that look like moon shoes.
The Crazy Eights?
Nah, the ones that didn't have any lace.
I don't even know what the name of that.
I don't know what it
Respect.
was.
R.I.P. to Kobe, but yeah, those were trash.
I thought those were fire because they had the silver ones and they had the yellow ones. They
Yeah,
had
I remember
the black
that.
ones that were like kind of like a jet black.
Yeah, the white, the
Yeah,
pearl white ones too, for sure.
And I got this, so I convinced my mom because this video was out, and I used to be like.
I love the Crazy Eights disclaimer though.
Oh yeah, Crazy Eights.
Legendary.
Still, like top tier.
Legendary.
And I'm a spoiled kid because I'm an only child, so my mom used to let me get 2 shoes from East Bay every year.
Lit.
That leaked into like me getting like 7 every year.
Yeah.
And I remember those that came out, and I wanted them so bad. And this is when we're kids. I was in middle school or elementary, whenever these came out, and you don't really pay attention to like hygiene, like understanding like you need to let your feet breathe, and not understanding like the construction of a shoe. Because if everybody remembers that shoe, the shoe was wrapped in that in that plastic basically, and it was no seal. It was like literally just it sealed up, and then under it was the actual shoe tongue, and it had the laces and all that stuff. But you literally had to damn near cut your fingers trying to get in there to like tighten everything up. And so I used to slip them on, and I'd play in them all day. Sometimes I wouldn't wear socks like that. End up getting athlete's feet for them because I used to like play in them.
That's fucking gross.
Yeah, didn't play like just.
I remember them creasing easily too.
No, yeah, they did because it was all one. It was,
Yeah.
they were all. It was 3 panels.
It kind of reminds me of like a phone posit in a sense. Like,
I can see that.
Think of a phone posit, but think of this like one of the side, one of the panels just over top the front of it. But keeping the tongue, keeping the lace on it, just put one of them over top of it, and that was it. And I remember my mom was like, "Yo, what stinks?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "It's your shoes." And she threw away. She told me because I love
I've
those
had
shoes.
that moment with mom.
She was like, "You can't. I'm never getting those shoes again." So she, even from that point on, she was very cautious of like getting me Kobe's because she thought that all Kobe's were going to be designed that way. So I couldn't get the yellow ones. It was just me. It was just me.
Don't blame your shit on Kobe.
Yeah, like it was just me because I used to wear that shoe with no socks and just be running up and down the street, and it's like, yo, that shoe gets no.
one of those.
You was one of them kids,
I
huh?
was a badass. I was one of those kids that's like, yo, I just want to be able to get out and go.
You had the drunken ass white tee probably.
You probably.
No, okay, no.
You coming from my man?
Nah. Okay. So I used to be in a lot of Hot 29. You know what I used to beat to hell though was the Shade 45. tease the Eminem line?
Don't change the subject, bro, because we're making fun of you right now.
No, that was when I used to run into the crowd. Those was when I used to have the drunk tees, because I used to wear those like it was nothing.
You know what? I gotta come clean. My worst sneaker moment was having G Units.
Worst?
That's my worst one.
Why was that the worst? Those were fire.
They was cool. I had the gray and black
Unless you
ones.
had the first one was pretty grandpa.
No, I didn't have those.
Okay, and then the second one was a lot more trainer-esque.
Yeah.
They're sleeker, slimmer. I had those.
I thought it was so fire.
I'll never forget when I was like, I was in middle school and mom's tried to surprise me with some kicks, and she came with some K-Swisses, and I just looked at her. I was so disappointed. I was like, word, like. You gonna walk past the Air Force Ones and give me some K-Swisses, dog? Like, in LA, like...
How much were the K-Swisses back then?
It was like 50, 60.
How much were Air Forces?
Like 80, 100.
Nitpicking.
I mean, yeah, you know, my thing was
You
like...
could have given me that $40.
Man, you facts. You could have gave me the $40, like... And I looked at my mom like, for real? Oh my God, y'all remember those?
Those grandpa shoes.
Those look like nurse shoes.
I used to go to the mall thinking I was gonna get so many numbers.
Yo,
None.
None. Yeah, no, I
just wasn't nobody's choice.
I know. You know what? I looked at the G-Units recently, and I had a nostalgic moment.
Who rocked Fat Farm though?
I didn't.
I remember one of my closest friends had some mid-top all-white Fat Farm shoes, and we never let him live for that. Like to this day, like he's a fly guy now, but like to this day, I'll be like, yo, fam, like you can never come back from that, like ever, bro. Like he had the strap, like with the I was like, bro, like this is really bad. Like, Fat farmed out. Shout out to Russell Simmons.
And what's his wife?
He worked under the divorce. Man.
Oh, they did that?
Yeah. But whatever, come early Simmons, respect.
She said she coming out. They just announced that they're doing another Baby Fat. Yeah.
Baby Fat comes back.
You know one of those watermelon.
She did a photo shoot with all her daughters, which I thought was dope.
Yeah, you have those. I have too many of these.
No, yeah.
Give them on that side, yo. Give them on that side.
Right, respect.
No, yeah. So, back to your history. So, what all-time favorite shoe? What's your all-time favorite shoe? Whether you have it or you don't, but like, what's your holy grail?
My holy grail shoe.
It can be just a model.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a colorway.
It's probably.
I'll be looking at him.
You know what? And I always have this like this back and forth between 1s and 3s Jordans for me. Specifically, and it's a tie even within the 3s for True Blue 3s and Black Cements.
Okay.
Those are like, especially in like LA, like True Blue 3s in Los Angeles were like a thing. Like South Central Los Angeles, like that was like if you had True Blue 3s.
Yeah.
You were literally the freshest motherfucker in the room. Like that's what it was. Or like with the 1s. And you know I gotta keep it a bean, man. A recent favorite Jordan. I gotta give it the black Call 4s.
Oh yeah.
I love those, bro.
That's my boy. That's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, like Call, like he did that. Like I like him way more than the gray ones. The gray ones are hard, but like when I saw the black ones, I was like, see, because you can, they're so distinct and like in detail, but you can literally wear them with anything. You know.
That's the color black for you.
Exactly. But yeah, it's but yeah, 1 and 3s definitely.
Fun fact. That was when we first met. That was what you were looking at.
Yep.
Cleveland's.
Exactly. I was looking for some 1s. But you know, I have categories. Those are my favorite like sneakers. My favorite beaters are Cortezes.
Okay.
For sure. Like Cortezes.
That's the first.
You know, it's a LA. I'm biased. It's a LA thing. You know, because I've always wore Cortezes just growing up. But like once Cortez started getting real creative and like coming with all these different colorways, even different material like leather and this, that, and third. Like they're just great shoes to put on if you just
Kung Fu Kenny.
You know exactly. You got K-Dot in that shit. I mean, you know, Cortez is definitely boosted their relevance in sneaker culture for sure. Okay. But yeah, to answer that question, man, for sure.
I'm thinking about Cortez. Like, I don't know if I want to put this on camera, but I've never worn a pair of Cortezes.
Yeah, me either.
Like, I've owned a pair.
Yeah.
I owned the pair, and I'll come out and say that I actually sold it because I was offered way more money than I thought they were worth.
Yeah.
So I took the money. I was like, fuck it. I'm take this money, and I'm never gonna wear the Cortez anyways. And I regret selling them because those Cortezes are hot fire.
Yeah.
The red Kung Fu Kenny.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
those are crazy.
Those. And then I got $450 for them off a GOAT. And
oh shit.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh shit. Yeah.
Send those out real quick.
Oh,
like,
I gotta show respect. I'm sure. I gotta show respect to the Melvin SBs too.
Yo, SBs in general.
Like SBs is like a solid, like it's like solid second place for me. Like SB, I was a huge. To keep it completely honest, like I was a huge SB dude before I was a Jordan guy. Okay. I've always admired Jordan, but even before I owned a whole bunch of Jordans, like I was super SB'd out.
Okay.
So like Ray Guns, Melvins, NYC Pigeons, like those three. You can't tell me nothing when I got those.
Yeah, I always wanted a pair of Ray Guns, and now not every SB is practically. I don't say impossible, but like you don't want to spend those $700.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm good. SBs used to be cheap, man.
Yeah.
People weren't into SBs.
Ray
like
Guns would float around for like under $200.
Oh, for sure. 160, 175, 150.
Melvins too. White Melvins, black Melvins.
For sure.
Man, I regret not being able to capitalize though on those shoes that I've always wanted and I was into growing up that I didn't have the money for or know how to go about getting them.
Yeah.
And then now Travis Scott comes in and everything.
Yeah, SBs are officially $400, $500, $6,000.
Literally $400 for colorways that just sat back in the day. Like people didn't want it for $80. No, now people are asking $400 because that's the wave. Like
I know. It's the clout game.
That's what it is.
Yep. God damn it, hype beast.
First thing I didn't worry about though, because he never been.
Bamas.
I don't do SBs, Your Honor. Just let that be known.
I think you'd like them. I think you'd like the fat tongue. And
I've copped a couple of SBs.
They're comfortable
before.
too.
I bought a couple before, and if people that know me know that I take like 17 hours to get ready in the day because I figure out what I'm gonna wear, and I go through like 7 outfits to figure out what I want to actually put on.
Got you.
Just based off the day and like how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And I remember I had like I want to say 3 pair of SBs at one point.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, okay, I need to wear these because they were sitting there and I was getting mad that I couldn't wear them. Like I had outfits for every shoe I owned, but the SBs I just couldn't figure out how to put them together.
Which SBs did you have?
Honestly, I had the crawfish.
Oh, okay.
The crawfish.
Yeah.
I actually just saw someone asking like $600 for a pair of crawfish.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Crawfish used to be like $120, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was.
And that was the only reason why I bought them because I was like, I like the red. I like the kind of like the newspaper, and especially like the paper that they put in there was the like kind of like the newspaper-ish, like the down south. Yeah. Sure. And so I was I was like, oh, these are fire. Like I'm gonna figure out how to put these together.
Yeah.
And.
Right.
Exactly. Because I think at the time I was wearing like really baggy, like not baggy jeans, but like really big jeans, so like they like kind of flooded over the shoe. Gotcha. I just always thought it looked weird. And so I was like, eh. So I think like now if I tried it, I think I'd probably be able to pull something off way better. But yeah, I had the crawfish. I believe I had the Space Jam ones, the Space Jam SBs at one point too.
Okay.
But then I got rid of those. I gave them away.
Crazy.
I gave them away because they were sitting at Borders. Like,
no, they weren't.
Yeah, they weren't. Bro, you're not going to tell me this.
I camped out at Borders for the Nike SB.
I'm gonna tell you this now. I will. Damn it, my phone. My phone is on the thing. I would call Mike right now and tell him we kept going back and forth to Borders for like a month and a half because he kept saying he wanted to get SBs, but he was like, I don't know, and then he would see something and he didn't like them and he wouldn't buy them. And somebody, I think, returned some Space Jam SBs and had them sitting there.
Bullshit.
Okay. All right.
I was the third person in line, and then the manager comes up with them on, talking about we only got 2 pairs.
Hang my phone. Hand me my phone.
Nah, man.
Just hand me my phone.
You look, bro. We gonna get it after, dog.
Because I'll call Mike right now because he will let you know. Because I kept pleading with him to get him.
We're gonna have an on-air or on-episode phone call real quick.
If he picks up because he sucks at picking up the phone. So actually, no, I'll try him after.
Yeah, try him after.
Well, next episode we'll come back and I'll let you know the answer. Because no, he came. I kid you not, we kept going back and forth and they kept saying. So I decided at one point I was gonna get him one day, and I just went and just grabbed him.
Yeah.
And they were like a size 11, so they're already too big.
Oh, my size. Oh, okay, that's bullshit.
Oh my god.
He's on your
We
ass.
wear the same size.
I know.
He's on your
All
head.
right. That's the only reason why we kept looking at them because they were our size. Okay. All right. Anyways.
This story is true. It's upsetting because I was in that line the day they came out.
No, this was a couple months after that release. Somebody returned them and they just sat because you remember where the SB display was? It was right in the window, but it was like in the corner in the back.
Returned them, bro, months later. Now I know you're lying even more.
Okay. I'm telling him. Because that was when, was it the De La Soul SPs? When did that De La Soul SPs drop?
Oh, man.
So, Mike had got those. He got the highs. Because they dropped two,
Yeah.
like the lows and the highs, right?
Yeah.
Both of those dropped way before.
No, I'm just saying because that was the reason why we kept going. That was the reason why we kept going back there because he had got the De La Soul. The high was the white with the yellow.
So now your timeline is all messed up because
I'm just trying to describe a shoe.
That's what I'm telling you. So back then, when the Space Jam SB dropped, the only De La Souls that we had at the time were the green highs and the white lows.
Whatever color was the high with the white and like the yellow and green or whatever.
Those came out years after the Nike SB.
But I'm just saying.
Can
I paint a picture? Can I paint a picture? Exactly. That's why I'm trying. Let me paint the picture. The only reason why we kept going back to Borders was because he kept saying like, he kept like, yo, let's go to Borders. So I'm not going to get a pair. And I'm like, all right, so we go, and that was like our routine because when you go to the mall, you have like certain stores that you hit. Borders was the last place. Yeah. Went to Borders, kept seeing the Space Jams, kept seeing them. Yeah. Kept saying, yo, try these. Nah. Try these. Nah. Try these. Nah. And then at one point, the De La Souls were there, and that's the ones he got. Yeah. And I remember he wore them once and then didn't wear them again. And I think he still has them. They're probably still sitting in his room, or he sold them. Yeah. Don't know whichever one. Yeah. But he got those, and that was the one that got him. And that's why we stopped going back there because I was like, you're not going to buy anymore. And the ones that you did get, you don't wear. Yeah. And I remember because I looked at them for too long, and I was like, they look nice. But then I was like, nah, I'm not going to wear them. And so I just never wore them. But I had the crawfish, I had the Space Jam, and then I had some like regular black ones. I had some like black ones that were just bullshit.
His leaning game is strong.
I'm gonna tell you this: when I get Mike on the phone, I'm gonna tell him because he's gonna literally be like, yeah, if his memory serves him right, because also his memory sucks. But he does remember. He does remember us going.
Non-credible people right now.
He does remember us going back and me continuing to tell him to get the Space Jam ones. He kept saying no, and then he finally got the De La Soul ones and didn't wear them.
What did the Space Jam SBs look like, bro? I need to make sure that you were even looking at the right thing, bro.
Oh my god. Okay, so now I don't know what they look like and shit like that.
I mean, you come on, bro.
All right. When I get him on the phone, I want this all to cease because I know for a fact Mike remembers. Because I think Mike still has the SBs in his closet.
A minute ago you said Mike may not remember because his memory is dookie.
If he has the SB still in his closet, he will remember.
Now you're saying, I know for a fact Mike's going to remember.
Get my phone. We can end this now if you just get my phone.
Get this gas or pass,
just
bro.
get my phone. I will call him right now so everybody can see it.
We got to hit this gas or pass.
Oh my gosh.
Hit the gas.
Anyways. Jeez. Let's get through the releases.
Alright.
Gas or pass. So.
Go.
Excuse me. So literally, just as gas pass, you don't have to. Gas pass does not insinuate that you're gonna cop them. It's just if you like them, if you think they're gonna be fire. And let us know if you think they will sell out.
Got you.
So I know for a fact some of these are already sold out.
100%.
But yeah. So February 22nd, today.
Yeah.
I think you copped a triple double. today?
Actually, yeah.
We caught the triple double today.
Actually, yeah.
So today, Adidas dropped the Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in Earth, Flax, and Taillight.
Yeah. So here's Earth. This is they're by the way, the 3 are regional releases. So Earth is.
Oh yeah, give them the backstory because I don't know about
Earth
like
is
that.
the North America and Central America release, which is ours.
Yeah.
Funny story is I actually got home at I walked in at like 3:54.
Yeah.
Late nights.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I was checking Twitter or whatever, and it said, shoes released at 7 a.m. Eastern, and I'm like, hold on, that's in 5 minutes. Like, what the hell?
Copped them.
And I copped them. Yeah, I was able to get them.
Right.
So this is the Earth. What are you thinking about this one?
I'm gonna pass on them.
You gonna pass?
Yeah.
It reminds me of if you guys remember the Oxford Tan.
Oh yeah.
350s from the first 350.
Yeah.
So that's why I like.
I feel I can respect why someone would want them. I just personally wouldn't get them.
So that's.
I'll just say now, all the Yeezys that we're about to watch is a pass for me. Your Honor.
Alright.
Just let you know.
Here's Taillight. I think Taillight was Europe exclusive.
That looks dope.
I guess.
I like this one the most.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
That's the best looking one.
For sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Sure.
This one doesn't have rotation or whatever. Alright, and then Flax. I don't even know which one that one is, dude.
Oh, I'm passing on that one.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound like it's something that we like.
Nah, that's some straight on
I guess
those.
this is it.
Yeah.
Flax.
Yeah.
Flax was
like a cream.
Probably Asia exclusive.
Okay.
Or because we have Europe, and so I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's Asia for sure.
Yeah.
You copped the triple double?
I only copped what was available to us. Yeah.
Okay.
But I got a few pairs just because Foot Locker went live at that time.
Yeah.
Champs went live.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the foot sites went live.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was easy, I guess.
Okay. And so again, also today, when you guys are seeing this, the 22nd, Air Jordan 3, the Red Cement, the Chicago edition ones.
That shit was funny to me.
And so it's the Red Cement dropped last weekend, or at All-Star Weekend, but instead of the Nike Air on the back, it actually says Chi, CHI in the back, which I think is dope. I believe.
I think it's dope, but I think it's a joke that they deemed it a Chicago exclusive. Yeah. And I guess there were so many that didn't sell out or whatever.
No. Yeah.
And then now it's a anyone can cop.
Everybody's upset about it, as the internet is, because they're like, oh, like you don't want the Nike Air one, but you want the Shy one. It's like, if you give me something that's distinctive to something that instead of just give me the regular cut copy and paste Nike Air, why wouldn't I want that?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's stupid.
I was just an idea. I was like, yo, I'm gonna fly out to Chicago and buy these threes and fly back. Like, I was really thinking about it.
Like it would. Oh, you got like that?
I mean, a flight to Chicago.
Yeah, he got some side sponsors.
He got some.
Y'all contacted people on the. Y'all contacted the people. Hey, we come as a group. Thank you very much. We come as a group. You offer both of us a sponsorship. What's going on?
I need both of these.
I need to know something.
LeBron 17 low.
Yeah, so LeBron 17 low Tune Squad. The pictures for that popped up randomly last week, I believe. It looks stupid.
Yeah, I'm a pass on them.
I'm passing.
They look like Clipper shoes, and I'm a Laker fan, so I'm good.
Compared to the
Bugs Bunny fuzziness on it.
Compared to the Monstar 17s. Yeah, there's two of them though. That one too. Yeah. Compared to those, that one is the worst.
Facts.
Especially if you're sitting here giving us, and especially because that's the big dude, the big dark. Mm-hmm. One of them is after the. Is he doing a Monstar for each player?
So far, we only have 3.
So.
We have the Monstar and the Mr. Mix something.
Yeah.
And then we have the low.
Yeah. So two of them. The two of the Monstars are designed after two of the players from the Monstars in Space Jam, and then you have the.
Yo, these got high resale value.
Yeah.
Crazy.
People went crazy on those.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. What? Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
$750 for a size 11?
I'm good.
Oh, yo. What?
So
it ain't that deep.
But so the 2 squads is a pass for everybody.
Yeah, I'm good on those.
Okay, so that comes out next week on the 28th. And so I was right about the Fear of God ones. It's they're called the Question, inspired by the Allen Iverson Question ones, and those come out February 28th.
Yeah.
Gas Pass.
That's gas for me.
That's gas.
That's a gas for me as well. I like them. I'm not a big Fear of God person in general, but I do like the design. I liked all of them so far.
Yeah.
I probably would never wear them. I probably wouldn't even own any pair, even if I wanted.
Yeah.
But
I fuck with them.
Yeah, so I am a fan of them.
Yep.
And then so gas for everybody.
Gas on the Fear of God.
Also on the 28th, the Adidas 700. What is the abbreviation for it?
I
thought it was movement.
I thought so too.
I thought it was movement.
I don't
know.
That shoe's ugly.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, so it's a
pass for me.
700 movement is ugly.
So I hope it's called the movement because that's what I've been saying.
The emphasis on ugly is so strong.
Yeah, and so
it's like how does it spell so I can.
Yeah, that's the abbreviation that's put next to it. MNVN.
Yeah.
This is the shoe right here.
Nah.
Yeah, no. No. So I had you know what's so funny?
That was a quick nah.
Shout out to a friend of the show, Tony. He hit me up when the pictures I dropped it from. He was like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "I'm not a Yeezy person," and not. He's like, "Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I don't like them. I want to see more colorways." And I was like, "Yeah, same here."
Yeah, man.
So we've been on a. Can you plug that in right there next to you? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was to me that was really funny. But yeah, so we're all a pass on that because I don't like those. And then I know there's more coming out next week, but the one out of the rest of them that I really wanted to get people's opinion on that I do play golf. It is a nice stress reliever. Next, the 28th, you have the Jordan 5 Lows.
Yeah.
They're a golf. They're the fire red colorway, but they're golf.
Wear those off court, like you know what I mean?
They have the spikes on them.
Can you pull them up?
Oh yeah.
I need a good look at these again.
Yeah, so they look really dope. I can see a lot of people doing a sole swap on these. Just off top, like I can see a lot of people doing getting them just to take the sole off and put on a different sole. So. Yeah.
It works. Like,
those are crack.
As a golf shoe, it works.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They look really dope. I definitely say gas. If I can get my hands on them, I'm definitely going to try because I do want to. I would like to hit the golf course in those, and you guys will get the IG pic of me. Casual Sunday
with the no socks.
With the no socks.
Now I'll have the booty socks on though. I'll for sure I'll have the booty socks on because when you go to golf, you gotta have the low socks. You gotta show the ankles. You gotta show the ankle knots.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
All right.
Blame you right now.
gas on those.
But yeah, so that's a gas for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So,
wow, bro. There's gonna be you out there.
No, yeah, 100%.
100%. Cargo shorts.
Yeah, the shorts is not gonna fit right. You know, the polo it's gonna probably be a little small.
Right out there like, oh, here you go. There it is.
That's gonna be me. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it.
Yeah. Edit this photo.
Yeah, I'm putting it in. I want them to
put your face right on there.
That's gonna be me. Yeah,
Facts.
Y'all gonna love that.
Literally on.
But yeah, so we have come to the conclusion of the podcast. I would like to end this. I don't think do we have any updates?
So we have a real quick update.
Yep.
Today I'm finalizing one of the designs and collabs for Unlaced.
Lit.
And then we kind of had to not scratch, but we're starting
pivot.
We're pivoting our direction for the capsule. We missed the deadline again, so I'm the creative mind and the creative mindset makes me argue and go back and forth with myself. So because I missed the timeline, I don't feel comfortable with releasing what I originally had planned.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna switch up, but it's gonna be nice. We're still looking at like maybe next month, like 3 weeks. We're there.
Yeah.
It's just that the garments that we wanted to do, we missed the season, so now we just have to reassess.
Okay.
But we're there. We're literally there. We're finally at this point where it took us so damn long for our next release, but
yeah,
we're always moving.
That's right.
Oh, okay. And so for the podcast, we are trying. I know these past episodes, quality-wise, video, like visually, have been off. As you know, we are trying to stream the episodes so that we don't have to keep stopping and starting. This episode, you will see that a lot of me going in and out is me starting the camera. That is our transparency on the show.
Hey.
You guys understanding what's going on. So with that being said, I'm still in the process of figuring out a way to be able to do this where we don't have to start and stop.
Yeah.
But we took it back old school basically, and did the 30-minute lock on them.
That's right.
And so, yeah, that's why you guys are getting a clearer picture this episode. Like Chris, you guys can see all the details.
You know what I'm saying?
So that is what we're working on right now. I will say we are starting the weekly updates with Lace 'em Up this week. Mm-hmm. So when you see this, there will be a weekly update already released at Lace 'em Up. So I will put the description for that in the bio. Make sure you guys check that out. You will see either me or Gabe in those. So
I gotta give a quick shout out.
Oh yeah, please go ahead.
Real quick, I don't want to butcher his name or miss a last name or something.
Yeah.
So let me pull this up real quick. But we had a purchase right from the site. Someone reached out. So long story, real quick. I got a pair of custom shoes, and the guy who did my shoes, I sent him an unlaced tee, and he gave us a shout out. He was like, just positive stuff to say about it, right?
Lit.
Someone from his followers started following us and bought a shirt, and then he asked me if he could make literally a review video on. He YouTubes as well. He YouTubes, what the hell. Yeah. He has his own channel, makes his own videos, and he was like, "Yo, can I make just like a pickup video of the shirt that I got?" So yeah, his name is Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy WK_. That's him on IG.
Shout out to Jeremy.
Yes, man. He literally he made a video, and it was cool because I sent him an extra tee, so he opened it while he was unraveling. Recording, and the genuine reaction is on camera. He didn't know he was gonna get 2 T's, and he was like, "Oh, dang." It was dope. So I look forward to seeing him rock that stuff. He's in Texas, right. I think it was.
Yeah. Hey.
So
the comments on the video are really inspiring too.
Yeah, he has
a lot of people are saying that they like the design.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody that is watching from his channel that is a fan. Thank you. We appreciate that.
It's dope.
That's dope, man.
On the previous episode and on this episode, at the end of it, I will link the video. It will be on like the little playlist thing.
That's right.
I made sure to put that on there, so check that out. So thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
With that being said, I also did do a movie podcast with a friend named Jelani.
Hey.
It is the Fighting Wombat. That's the YouTube channel. It's not up. Well, when we're making this, by the time this comes out, I don't know when it'll be up. But if it is up, you will see at the end of the video. So stay till the end of the video to see the pop up of the video. If not, you guys will see it when it comes out. But he does a movie. He does like movie, comic book, gaming, and all that stuff. Reviews.
Like a dice set?
Yeah, and so we talked about Birds of Prey, DC. And we didn't get a chance to talk about E3.
That must have been a really boring podcast.
We actually recorded for 4 hours.
Because of the movie is whack.
I gave it a 2.7. Yeah. But to see full reaction, to see full reaction. No, sorry. To see full reactions and see all the detailed opinions that we had gave. When it comes out, please check it out. we recorded for a long time because it just kind of spiraled into a lot of talk and a lot of conspiracy theories on Batman and all that stuff, which was really dope. So I really like that. Lit. So thank you, Jelani. Thank you, everybody at Fighting Wombat for having me. That was really cool.
That's a dope name.
Yeah.
Sure. And so please check them out. I will put their YouTube channel on here so you guys can subscribe to that. But yeah, for us, that's my updates. I don't have anything else. We are going to give the floor to my man here.
Yo.
Please, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
I'm man. Well, you know, man. I got a lot of music.
Hold on.
I'm telling you,
respect, my
G. Every time someone takes them, they're like, okay.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
But shit, man. I got a lot of music coming out this first quarter of the year. I'm dropping 2 producer EPs. One called Winter Baby. It's kind of a subgenre moody R&B hip hop project. The other one is called Slaps. It's literally just 5 songs that slap. They just go hard, and the cover art is literally someone getting slapped. It's just, so I want a project where people can have fun and not think. And also working on a Just Friends album with my boys over there, 88 Rising, August 08, Barney Bones, my boy Briggs, my boy Josh. We coming with some heat. We got a lot of plans this year when it comes to the music and DJing. We have a party coming up. We give a date pretty soon. We're collabing with my boy Evan Washington at Brownies and Lemonade. We're having a big Just Friends times Brownies and Lemonade prom party. Ooh. So you gotta come out. You gotta put your Stacey Adams on. Can't be coming with no bullshit.
I'm there.
You know what I'm saying? You better come clean.
I'm there.
I'm coming with a cane and all that. We going crazy.
About a scarf and everything.
You know what I'm saying? Like we going up, and yeah, man. Just check us out, man. We gonna come with a lot of content for the year, and I got a lot of bangers coming out.
Ooh, come on.
Let's get it.
You guys will hear them on this show. Because I would assume that you're gonna send us.
Oh man, you already know that.
I would assume.
100%. Let me know, man.
Oh, hold on.
We're going crazy.
Come on,
we're going crazy. And my man's been in my parties.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you let me tell you something real quick. let me say something. There is some fine, beautiful black women at your events.
I mean,
I'm just gonna say anybody that you know that's watching this. I'm available.
He's available.
Look,
we gonna run something. We gonna run something for sure.
If you like a black bearded man,
that's right.
That sits in front of a microphone and talks.
That's right.
For a living.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Especially if you like sneakers.
I'm just saying. I just had to say because I walked in there. I'm gonna tell you this. First off, I met this dude. I want to say for 5 minutes before I went to his party. We only knew each other for 5 minutes, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna send you the flyer and everything like that." Like, cool. Yeah, I was like, "Can I bring my home?" He's like, "Yeah, bro. Just how many you can bring? I'll let them know at the door."
100%.
Get to the door. Dude's like, "Oh, you would get? Oh yeah, go ahead." So we just walk in. Cool. Everything cool. Soon as we get in, I can't even. My eyes haven't adjusted to the lighting in there, and he's already in my. Yo, bro, thanks for coming through. I say, hey, and then starts taking me around introducing to people.
Yeah.
And as he's introducing me to people, I'm noticing. I'm noticing.
Man,
that there's some beautiful women.
I've been blessed.
Hey.
Sorry, guys.
No, good. That's important.
But yeah, like just
blessed.
Noticing beautiful women.
I've been blessed.
It's just because I would say I'm a connoisseur of black women.
That's right. That's right.
I love my beautiful black queens.
As you should.
And I'm gonna say like this from wall to wall. There was a couple shots I was thinking of taking, but I was like, nah.
Hey, if you need me for the alley-oop,
I can't be up in here already.
If you need me for the alley-oop, let me know. My man's Chris.
Bro, I kid you not. I was literally because you was talking to a couple people, and I was just like, I was trying to like sneak myself into like the conversation just to be like, "What's up?"
Good.
So then they could have been like, "Oh yeah, this is my homie Chris."
Uh-huh.
But next time, y'all see me in my prom get up, then we'll go from there.
For sure.
Wait, who's gonna be my prom date? Hey, who's gonna be my prom date?
That's important. That's important. Come
Let's
through
talk about
crazy.
Revisit your prom date from high school, bro.
No.
I knew he was gonna say no too.
No. Because
respect to her.
I love her to death. Yo, I love her to death. Yo, Gloria, I love you to death.
Hey,
I love you to death.
Gloria.
That was a hard reaction.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. The funny thing about my prom was we had broken up. We were together and then we broke up, but I already had asked her, and so me being like because I'm very like non-confrontational and I'm very passive aggressive, so I didn't want to I had already asked her, and there was somebody else in mind that I wanted to take the girl that I was going to end up being with. There was a girl that I ended up with a year down the line, but we had already kind of like started talking and we're kind of like into each other. I had asked her because I had said if my ex doesn't want to go, would you like to be my date?
Yeah,
and she was like, yeah, sure. And so me just being because instead anybody else would have just not said anything to their ex and be like, we're broken up. Why would I take you?
Yeah, I
just was like, hey, I know we're broken up, but would you still want to go to prom with me? And she was like, yeah. And so in my head, I'm like, fuck. Because I wanted to,
God damn it.
But I ended up going to prom with Gloria. All love to Gloria because, I love her to death. I love her. But it was just funny because I really didn't want her. I wanted her to say no because we weren't. She wasn't vibing with me at that time because she just was off of me.
Yeah.
But I think she was just because we were we were still cordial enough to talk. She was like, yeah, sure, we'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
And we didn't kick it the whole entire time. We went, we danced a couple times, and then we just kind of we took pictures, but those pictures got burned. But we went our separate ways after that whole entire time. She's hanging out with her friends, I'm hanging out with mine. Yeah. And so, but it was just so who's gonna be? I need to find my prom date. So anybody that wants to be my prom date,
just friends prom date, we coming.
I'm letting you know now. I'm going in olive green. So if olive green is the color,
spicy, bro.
Okay, olive green. I'm not mad at that.
I'm just saying. What's our color?
Stacey Adams wholesale.
I haven't even told her yet.
Look,
she already mad.
Oh, she's about to come across the table. You ain't tell me what?
We plugging the Just Friends Brownies Lemonade prom party that we're doing. Obviously, in my prom date.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's not tomorrow. We got time,
Wait, how much time do we have?
To the party?
Yeah,
about 3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can.
We can finagle something.
I'm trying to show out though.
You got to.
Who's trying to be there, but be there with me? Because we about to shut this shit down. I'm just letting y'all know we about to shut this shit down. You
crazy.
Too.
Hey, you gotta come, bro.
I'm just saying, don't end up.
You gonna pull the hair back? You gonna slick it back?
Don't fall asleep.
Man, bud.
Don't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Relax. Okay. I'm not. There's a tradition for my birthday that because I am not a big drinker, that on my birthday I can't say no to drinks. So what ends up happening
that's why you was hurt.
Exactly. So for the last 4 years, I have blacked out on my birthday, but I'm with people that take care of me, so I don't get myself in situations. I don't end up in trouble or anything like that.
That's right.
It's just the 25th. Your boy just gets blacked out. This one was crazy because I like you said, I died. I don't know what happened. I just remember throwing a Hennessy bottle in the parking lot and hearing it shatter.
Oh shit!
But it was just because it was empty. Walking into Barney's, dapping up the dude.
Yep.
Soon as I see the lights, the next thing I remember is waking up in bed. I was like, "Yo, how'd I get here?"
Whoa.
At 12 in the afternoon. So I don't know what happened between 10:30 at night.
Was there a tiger in your bathroom?
Nah, man, I wouldn't be surprised. But so that's what happened.
Okay.
I'm not going to get plastered. It's not happening. I'm not a big drinker. I sip.
Okay.
And chill.
Sip and chill.
But if y'all trying to fuck up the dance floor,
I'm going crazy.
I'll give you the chicken dance all day.
Yeah.
So just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. But yeah, so we will plug all that. You guys will see all these events until the events happen.
100%.
If you guys want to come, we will have all the information.
Absolutely.
We'll give them all information to go.
Everybody,
all that stuff.
come through. It's going crazy.
I will vouch. His events are great. I enjoyed myself. I
appreciate it.
I love going.
Hey.
yeah, Gabe is going to be coming.
I will be
slick
there.
back.
Gabe better be
You know
there.
how to hair slick back.
Going crazy.
I'll be there.
Who's your date?
I don't.
Do you have a date in mind?
I don't, bro.
You gotta get one, bro. It's prom, dog.
I'm just hanging out, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad if I go to your event and I don't have a date.
It's
Exactly.
prom,
I'm
dude.
really mad. I'm gonna be really
You're
mad.
gonna be more upset because you're putting out this energy into the universe of trying to. When I'm just gonna show up and you'll be like,
Okay,
damn, Gabe,
we
like
have
that.
a lady in the room. We have a lady in the room.
What
Is my energy? I'm just letting it out, right? I'm just letting people know, yo.
Yeah, I'm not saying
looking
it's a
for a
bad
date.
thing.
I'm just looking for a date.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that your energy output is higher than mine, and you're gonna.
Gabe's
more
gonna come
hurt
with
if it
something
doesn't happen.
crazy.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Exactly. He's putting pressure on himself.
I'm not. I'm gonna tell you. I don't have no problem taking bombs. Mom
Oh,
Dukes can come
yo.
through. Mom
Yo.
Dukes got the closet full of dresses. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, if Mom gotta come through, Mom coming through.
Hey, motherfucker,
We
in there
gonna get
go
fucked
crazy.
up.
Hey, go
Yo, me
crazy.
and Mom will get fucked up. Well, it don't matter.
me.
I'm just saying.
Yo,
I would love
free drinks for moms all night.
Like, as much as I love my mom, I would prefer if something soft,
Okay.
sensual, sweet,
Of course.
and chocolate skin is on my arm.
That's right. That's right.
But if that doesn't happen, me and Mom Dukes is gonna fuck it up.
That's right.
Just saying, I have no shame. I'm old enough that back when I was in high school, if I would have took Moms, it's a different
It's a
story.
different story.
We old now.
Alright.
Moms could come through.
For sure. Respect on that.
Okay.
Respect on
I'm
that.
just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just Friends Prom, man. Burns Lemonade. We coming.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
No.
Pressure, dog.
I'm just see your date.
Hey,
I
man.
want to see. Because people think, Gabe got it.
No, you know.
There's so many girls want to braid his hair.
Man,
like,
look.
really want to braid his hair.
I'm just doing me, and you're gonna.
Gabe's gonna pop up
Oh,
with
yeah,
J-Lo on
exactly,
some
bro.
random shit. Like,
Man, he gonna pull up with Selma Hayek.
Don't be disrespecting my girls.
Oh, see, he already got her. He already like, yo, so
That's a class. That's a mean
if you
one.
want to come by.
yeah.
She been fucking up red carpets lately, so
Oh,
she
yeah.
probably want to
She
do
been
it.
fucking up for decades.
Bro. You don't see the flex.
He gonna hit me like, hey, yo, tell everybody to come to the door.
Yeah. Tell everybody pull up real quick. You got the fog in the pictures.
Bro, you let some pigeons go into some
Got some doves. You got some doves.
Oh my god.
All
jeez.
stops.
Pull up. Yeah.
I can't wait now. This is gonna be fun.
Hell yeah, man.
Full review, full unlaced.
And I gotta say, man, thank y'all for having me, brother. I really appreciate y'all, man.
Oh,
This is
thank
a
you
dope
for coming.
podcast, man, and I really I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this because it's really dedicated to the culture. This is not a Bama hype beast podcast. These people really know what the hell they're talking about. They've been on what they're talking about, and they're passionate about it. And I have a lot of respect for this place, man. Respect to y'all.
Thank you so much, bro.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
That's
It's all reaction cam. You
man.
know,
That really.
That's facts.
Like
Make sure you look at my face when he's talking. You'll see.
You know what I'm saying?
that means a lot. That means a lot because we're trying to create something that is kind of just an open platform for us to talk. Because as you know, Gabe is very strongly opinion about things. I have strong opinions on things.
I am too. I feel you.
So it's like bringing people that are willing to talk and have that open dialogue and just kind of just say what's on their mind.
For sure.
Is what we're trying to build. And so for you to come on and give us that really means a lot because me and him are gonna be talking to each other later like yo. That was the best episode.
Hey,
we got our.
I'm coming back, man.
Yeah,
I'm coming back too.
Please come anytime. We're always happy to have.
Hopefully we'll have more rooms. So the
Yeah.
four of us can be,
You know what I'm saying? Get here and here.
Open the floor.
You know what I'm saying?
We're going to expand one day.
100%.
She has Air Force Ones on as well. Just so
She
you guys
does.
know.
And I
She
also
does.
want to note that we kind of wore numbers, like back-to-back door numbers, which doesn't happen often. So
Yeah.
just noting it.
Yeah, I'm in
Five,
my
sixes.
metallic 5s, and
Feel you.
I got 6.
he has the 6s on. So yeah, we're yeah.
All right.
Any last?
All right, everyone in? Captain Planet?
Hey.
We're fire and...
No, it's Earth,
Fire, wind, water.
There you go, your water.
Your water.
Boom.
Yeah, don't go over there.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. Please check out all past episodes.
Yeah.
Our last episode with D Nice. Thank you again for coming through.
Yeah.
Check out this episode. Save it, comment, share, like.
That's right.
Let us know who you think has the biggest, who's going to give competition to Travis Scott and Kanye West. Let us know if you think J. Cole is going to make a difference at Puma. Let us know if you think Kanye's starting a cult in Wyoming, because I do. Let me know who I should bring to prom, because I feel like I should ask Mahalia.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Mahalia, she's a UK artist.
Okay.
She is.
She got the British accent.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Whew. Her or Joyce Rice.
That's the home girl. I may be able to hook that up. That's my home.
Yeah.
That's the I
Yo,
love
wait, what?
I've been knowing.
Excuse me?
I've been knowing Joyce since I was like 12 years old.
Yo,
That's the homie
is
for
she
sure.
spoken
For sure. I don't
I'm
think
talking.
so.
I
don't
saw
think
Joyce
so.
Rice at a selection event, and she did her set, and I literally stood in
That's
one
hilarious.
spot. Because Ben was with me.
I'm gonna text Joyce right now.
Look at him.
But me and Ben went to a selection event. Me and Ben went to a selection
See if we can
event.
hook this up.
She did her set. It was like, I'm going to say 2 or 3 years ago.
Joyce
Did her
out
set,
here.
Man. First off, she fucked that stage up because I'm usually like moving around or looking around when somebody's doing it, especially artists that aren't like, I'm not there for, but I like going to see artists that
She's
are
crazy
undiscovered.
talented. She's crazy talented.
Crazy.
Yeah,
And so, literally, I stood in one spot and just stared at her the whole entire set.
Like
and I
a
was
creep.
like a creep. But it was more because the music was really
Shook his
good.
head. Yeah.
The music was really good. And I kid you not, as soon as she stepped off that stage, I went to Apple Music, downloaded every single
She's
song
killing
that
it right
came
now.
up under her name,
Yeah, she's killing it.
followed her on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Then she might have a couple tweets that say, "Hey, I love you." Just
Oh,
let you know.
okay.
Just
Disclaimer.
saying that might be
All good.
because there was a couple times she had posted pictures. I was like, I was, you know.
It's all good, man. You got the gauge coat on.
But yeah, so. But I will say this now: Joyce Rice is just.
Watch yourself.
Can I get her to be my prom? Yeah.
I'm gonna try to run the audible for you. I'm gonna try to run the audible. I'm gonna see what's up.
Running audible.
Cause I'm
I
gonna
want
see.
you guys
I'm
to
gonna
say,
see her.
yes, I'm acting very weird and like very jittery about it. I'm very cool, but it's just she is so fine.
You can
and-
be
but her
jittery
music
about
also
beautiful
is-
women, man. That's okay. We supposed to be jittery
But
about
she's so
women.
like the first,
We
just the
supposed to
thing
be
that she's
cool.
so talented is like crazy, and then it's like behind that is her just being just gorgeous. I'm like, yo, she could do no wrong. So I'm just putting that out there, put that in the
Shout out
universe
to
on this
Joyce.
episode in the microphone.
Change the title of this episode now, bro.
Joyce Rice, will you please go to prom with me?
He's a good dude,
You know.
for real. You know,
Damn. All right.
barely.
Anyways, thank you guys for joining the podcast.
Hey.
We'll figure that out. You'll know on next podcast what goes on.
That's right.
But thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you, man.
I am again your host, Chris. To my right, Gabe. We have Gabe to our left.
That's right.
Asia in the corner.
Asia in the corner.
Just being Asia, chilling. You know,
Just kicking
Water,
it.
remember, you guys, she's water.
She's
she's
water.
water. What am I? Earth. I'll be Earth. Wait, Earth was a black dude, right?
Well,
It's kind of racist.
It was.
Brown, black, brown
no,
skin.
Exactly.
Oh wait, I thought he was like. Never
Or was it
mind.
fire?
Never mind.
I know the Asian chick was water though.
You should just have a
So,
couple
yeah.
that just snips through.
All
I don't
right.
know. We're just keeping all this.
All
Keeping
right.
all this.
Keeping all
But
this
yeah,
shit.
We are.
so thank you guys for joining us. Please check us out next episode.
Yeah.
Until then, you guys have a great day,
Yes.
Salute.
week, whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Peace out.
Laters.
What would you call it love when all alone you're in